Hello, everyone. How are we doing? How's it going? You guys excited? Excited for the WCW, the World Championships of Warhammer Watchalong preview. We haven't had one of these for a little while. It's been ages since I've done one. I feel very unprepared. But I also feel very excited. This is going to be our first look into what's happening, at least in the first quarter of 2026. So we're going to get to see some new stuff, I'm sure. I'm pretty certain 2025 is done. There might be some final surprises for December, but I'm fairly certain from kind of this point onwards, we already know everything that's happening in 2025. So I'm hoping today we're just going to see a bunch of new stuff for next year. It's going to be happening in 27 minutes. So we've got 27 minutes to chat and hang out with each other, basically. I've just seen a couple of little membership things going on there. Pridders is here. Member for 15 months. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go everywhere. Has Joe told you about his WCW win? He has. I'm chuffed. I'm absolutely chuffed for him. It's very exciting. It's very cool. I'm really rooting for him to get a second one because that would be rad. That would be radical. That would be awesome. Oh, actually, I hope he wins out. I hope he wins the next 4. He's got 4 more games to play. It means he's played 8 more. And Nick Burke has become a member. Thank you so very much, Nick Burke. That is very, very kind of you. And then I've just seen it there. Star Pilot as well with the 10 gifted Warhipster memberships. Incredible. Thank you so very much. Starting tonight's festivities off with a bang. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi Josh, cannot wait for all the Nurgle reveals. I know. I think we're about to see a Maggotkin of Nurgle Battle Tome release. Maybe they're going to kick things off in January. Or maybe it's going to be here for December. Who knows? I don't know. We just don't know. Halef, the worst son of Hammer, with $200 dues. You try to avoid the bribes, but the bribes find you. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. I will never try and avoid the bribes. Even though they are naughty. But they're very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's unbelievable support. Thank you, as always. Yeah, so. Will the Nurgle reveal be the Darkwater one? I suspect we're going to see the rest of... Well, we already kind of know, right? We're going to see the rest of Darkwater, which I think from the box art we can all tell it's going to be some Nurgle is going to be in there. But I think they're going to roll straight into Maggotkin of Nurgle from there after that. So there's going to be Maggotkin of Nurgle is coming off of the hot off the heels of Darkwater, I suspect, is what's going to be happening tonight. So that's exciting. Because we haven't had an AOS Battle Tome for a little while now. It's been a hot minute, so you know, always excited for those. Fingers crossed for some good Cathay. I know. I saw the box full of fireworks, and I was like, really, Cathay? Well, initially, because I'm a fool, I thought, ooh, Cities of Sigmar, and then of course realised that's Cathay. That's the Cathay logo on the front. So yeah. Hopefully we'll see some really cool stuff for Cathay. Surprising that it's coming this quickly, but there we go. It's not a very big range, that's the thing, so I kind of understand why more of this would be coming. What we got? I suspect it's all trees and daughters. Why? Because I'd like to care about anything in this announcement. Well, you never know. Might be some pretty models for the neutral. You know, Jack, member for 48 months. The big 4 years. Do we think we'll celebrate with a Cantor reveal tonight? Ooh, well, that would be auspicious, wouldn't it? 4 years of membership. That is legendary support. Thank you so very much. Imagine that. This is what I've got you for our anniversary, Jack. A preview that I had no control over. No MESBG on the fly, so no Plastic Bard's family announcement. Seems unlikely. Yeah, seems unlikely. Seems unlikely that that would be near the top of the list as well for Games Workshop to be working on getting some of those out. But who knows? Who could say? I hope we get more of the dragons. More dragons is always often. More dragons, more better. That's the saying. Josh, I have a hobby question. I'm going to Horticulus Slimux soon. What contrast would you use to base coat the snail shell? I literally answered this question the other day. Let me... Horticulus Slimux. No, don't want the wiki. I want a picture of him. Yeah, the simplest way to do it is to actually probably just base coat the shell black. Dry brush it with something like Demonette Hide, and then use like a really dark teal over the top of the bits that need to be teal. So something like Stegodon Scale Green. It's actually quicker than trying to do it fully contrast, as it were. A really good example of that is if you check out my Lucius the Eternal video. In there is how I paint the faces. It's basically how I would do that shell. Basically. That's the pretty quickest way of doing it. It was sort of cool if we could see some ogres. I agree. I agree. I agree. We did buy all 5 that they had available. Exactly. Chat ruined it. Why didn't you ruin it? You finally got those. You finally got those models off the market. Hello, Mr. Gwatkin. It's 50 years of GW/Warhammer. I think seems like that's been underexploited. Yeah, they're not very good at anniversaries. That's one thing you should know. It's been 10 years of Age of Sigmar, and they didn't have anything to go on 10-year anniversary other than just a Warhammer community article. And then obviously Hellsmiths of Hashut came out a little bit further down, so they're technically the 10 years, but you know, is what it is. More dragons is more better, so Smaug needs friends, maybe a twin. That would be good. That would be good. Except there's no literary proof of that in the era of MESBG. The Great Drake from the North. I suppose there are more. Emma, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. That's very, very kind of you. That is very kind of you. He wants another Smaug. He does not want another Smaug. I have one. That's enough. That would literally be just taking up room. Please don't send me another Smaug. I wonder if they will pump some new Blood Bowl teams or just a new starter and that's it. Wouldn't be surprised. If there's going to be new Blood Bowl teams, they'll come a little bit further down the line. Blood Bowl Season 3 has to land, and then we'll see about what happens with the next set of Blood Bowl teams. I don't know what else they could do. I mean, they've done a pretty good job of redoing all of them. There's been a concerted effort over the last few years to do them. Perhaps a third Smaug. Hey, now, come on, now. Let's not get crazy tonight, okay? We haven't even done one Smaug. I assume a Cathay team will come at some point. Yes, I would assume that there will be a Cathay team. Thousand Sons will get a nerf during this reveal for absolutely no reason at all. That would be funny. Here's all this new plastic, but also, by the way, this is happening to Thousand Sons. Oh, that's amusing. Oh. Right, I should probably look at being able to get this this stream set up, shouldn't I? That's probably for the best, because we don't want a scenario where we just end up enjoying talking to you too much and we just miss the reveal. That would be silly. Where are we going? We're going to Warhammer TV, aren't we? Are they not live? There we go. They are not live. Okay. We shall deal with it in a minute. It's usually about 10 minutes before that we definitely need to do it. Yours, mine, one for another friend, another one for another streamer. That's a lot of purchase Smaugs. That is a lot of Smaugs. You are the great Drake rider and wrangler of our time. Hello, hello. Going to be a little quiet tonight because I'm attempting airbrush. Good luck. Good luck. You're a braver man than I. Braver man than I. What else do you guys want to see tonight before we jump into it? And as always, guys, if you could please leave a like on the stream, that would be really, really nice. Because that's a free way to support the channel. If you leave a like on the stream, more people find the stream, they come and watch the stream, and maybe they'll hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button. And of course, if you're a big fan of the channel and you'd like to support me a little bit further, there are ways to do that. They are the ways that you can support any other YouTuber. I have to say these things because otherwise I'm bad at my job. You can either choose to become a member of the channel, or you can gift some memberships out to the other people if you are already a member of the channel. And of course there are super chats where you can ask a big question on a big colourful postcard, of course. Now that that's out of the way, we can jump into the rest of Warhammer. Should I post my work in progress Primaris Headhunters? Yes, you should. You should post. Always post. Everyone wants to see all of the hobby all of the time. Let's see an up close of the great relic of the hipster, the royal artifact of the king of contrast, the WT-40. Is it still in shot? Yeah, I guess it is. It's always there. You will never see it up close. I'd sooner get my Epiphone Explorer out and show you how bad I am at shredding. Oh dear. Nothing points towards it, but give me anything Seraphon. It's a good shout. It's a good shout. I do agree with that. Anything Seraphon at this point would be really nice to see. But just lovely to know what's going on with them. I don't know if they're going to get a big thing or a small thing. It feels like they've had a lot of stuff, but they're also just way off being like a full brand new range, as it were, which is a bit of a shame because it's such a good range. New edition of Warcry would be nice. It would. It would. It could be that we're going to see AOS be used as a broad term for Underworld's normal AOS. What else? Warcry. We could see anything of that, but maybe not, because they haven't done that with 40k. They've gone 40k and Kill Tomb. I would like to see more of the Warhammer Quest game. I suspect you are going to be seeing exactly that. I need more Ultramarine models. I mean, I technically don't, because I have my 2,000 points. But because I haven't started it yet, I can sub out some of those Terminators. So if there are some more Ultramarines announced today, at least we'll have room for them in our 2,000 point project. Maybe we'll see some Dark Waters Quest details. I don't know if you'll see too much that's going on in there, but I suspect we will see the rest of the models tonight, or the majority of them. Which army do you think is the most vibrant / pretty to paint? That's a great question, Capybara. For me, the full cavalcade of Chaos Demons across all 4 gods is the most vibrant, most fun. I think, because you get so many different textures, different styles, different types, and you can do anything you want with them. There are examples of the colors they could be, like red for the blood letters and this, that, and the other, but you don't actually have to follow that at all. You just do whatever you want. I mean, you can do whatever you want for everything, but I think Demons for me is one of the best projects, especially in the contrast painting. It's one of the best. I want the graphics team to have messed up and the entire stream is just MESBG full refresh for all models available now. That would be lovely. That would be lovely. There's some silhouettes up on Warcom, is there? Warhammer community. Why am I... Well, it looks like we've got a Necron. I'm pretty certain that's a Necron of some description. It does look like they are live now. Yes, they are. Okie dokie. So we need to... Let's start sorting this out, shall we? Oh, they're not live. I thought they were. Warhammer is streaming Warhammer. Well, I'm watching an ad. Time for the pre-stream game show. Of course, it is 20 past now. Okay, so now we do that, and we go to theatre mode, and then Josh presses some more buttons. Buttons. Overhead. Window. Twitch. Oh, it's pretty much perfect anyway. Alright, we'll know for sure. Why is there a hype train on the stream? Come on now. Who's gifting memberships to Warhammer? Right. You should be able to see it if I do that. Can you guys see it? When we actually come to doing the stream, I will minimize the graphics on screen. Newdoc Prime, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Will you play Warhammer Survivors sequel? Oh yeah, yeah. No, I will. I can do a stream on it if when it comes out, if that's something that people want to see. They are live on YouTube. They're live on the YouTube stream. Well, it's playing music anyway. This one should be playing music if I unmute it. Pow. Yep. It looks like it should be okay, but if it's not the right size, I'll resize it as we go. They do the big bit at the beginning where they ask you where everybody's from anyway, so you know that's all good. Anyway, we can mute that just for a minute because Yamail Angmar has gifted 5 of the finest Warhipster memberships. Thank you very, very much. That is incredibly kind of you. I know we didn't stream on Wednesday. We didn't stream on Wednesday because I knew I was streaming tonight. And I was like, well, I do 2 streams a week. Couldn't possibly do 3. And then I got in my head about it. So I was like, I'll do the one on Saturday. Let's get the hype train here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get a hype train here. Support your local creators. Don't give your Twitch primes to Warhammer. That's silly. Will it actually be live or pre-recorded? I think because they've made such a big deal about flying... there you go. Tevian just gifted 25 subs to Warhammer. To a business. Why? Oh dear. It's live. Yeah, we're live. We should be all good. I don't think they're ahead or anything. But yeah, because they made such a big deal that they were flying Eddie and Adam on a plane, I suspect we are going to see them live. Maybe sort of half and half, pre-recorded, who knows. I'd love to see you make a book or like a journal with model/paint guides. I only paint figures if you've done a guide. It's an interesting concept. How did Blood Bowl do? Did about as well as one could expect. Interesting that they've embedded the YouTube live stream link into. Maybe we'll just should we just be brave and just not do this on Twitch and do this on YouTube, where I make my millions. Let's go. Let's have a look. Is it going to be easier to do it here? We want to just close that. Theoretically, it should be better quality, but I don't know if it is. What do you guys reckon? Like that, maybe. It's this, or don't need that, or that. Yeah, we'll find out in 6 minutes' time. Could you just look at a figure and guess what paint is used? That's what I do with all of my videos. Maybe the aircraft is a hint in itself. Battlefleet Gothic. Don't get my hopes up. Don't tempt me, Frodo. Watchalong as Adam and Eddie reveal a Thunderhawk load of incredible stuff coming to the worlds of Warhammer. That's what the caption says. Just there on YouTube. Does that mean plastic Thunderhawk gunship? Is that what that means? Let's just assume that that's what that means. Right, whichever one goes live first, that's the one we'll watch. I recently finished and based my first unit, Vindictors, using a mix of your videos. I paint slow, but they are 10,000 times better than I could have imagined. First minis I've done since '98. Oh, that's very kind of you. I'm glad I could help. I'm glad they look great. I'm glad you're happy with them. That's the main thing. That's all we want. Actually, plastic Thunderhawk for Heresy isn't outside the realms of possibility. No, I mean it's not. Now they've done the Legion Fellblade. The Fellblade is enormous. I don't know if anyone's done a Fellblade, but it is an enormous plastic kit, just ridiculously large, of epic proportions. Did you paint the new Jump Captain yet? I did. I painted it as an Ultramarine. I was reteaching myself how to paint Ultramarines in preparation for doing Marnius Calgar, Cato Sicarius, and the Victrix Honor Guard, and then of course naturally the 2,000 point army that I really want to do. Tomorrow is my 1 year anniversary of miniature painting. I learnt an absolute ton from your videos. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad I could help. That's all we ever want to do around here. Just want to help you guys paint your miniatures and be happy with your painted miniatures. Why was that 1 minute 36 behind? That would have been embarrassing. We're nearly there, guys. 3 minutes to go. You excited? I had Space Fleet. I think it cost me £12 from GW Cambridge. Ah, those were the days. Why is the quality better on Twitch? It's because they're restreaming to YouTube. That's why. YouTube isn't the primary ingest. I'm very happy with how my Agrodons are coming along thanks to your suggestions. Great. Good. That's what I want. That is the aim around here. That's all it is. It's just to help you guys paint your miniatures and be happy with your painted miniatures. Because painting miniatures makes me very happy. And teaching you guys how to do it with contrast paint in a quick and efficient manner with also, you know, agonizing over highlights is something that I really enjoy doing. I am brewed up and my body is ready. My wallet is not. Good luck to your wallet. I don't know. Maybe you'll be fine. Maybe not. I mean, look, I was saying at the top of the stream, this might be the tail end of the year. It also might be only for stuff that's happening over the next quarter, or well, Q1, I guess, or Q3, however it is they manage it, of Games Workshop's calendar. So 2026, here we go. We could see some cool stuff. I literally no idea what any of this could be. 40k wise, absolutely zero idea. It could be anything. The Ultramarines symbols that we've seen could just be a dead herring. But you know, 40k is done for 10th edition. 10th edition 40k is done. So who knows what the 10th into 11th edition is going to be. AOS, we've still got a long way to go for this edition for AOS, so there's loads of stuff that could be on the way. And of course AOS is almost impossible to predict anyway, like trying to figure out what those models are going to look like or what they're going to be. So, you know, you can predict anything and it could possibly happen, or it could be, and the most wildest predictions could be true, you know. Could be like, we're getting such and such for X faction. It's like, oh, well, I mean, that's probably in the realms of possibility, because you never know. You never know. Give me Sylvaneth, or give me death. I'd like to paint some Sylvaneth. I haven't painted any in ages, as you know. 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. Where are we live? Who's gonna go live first, YouTube or Twitch? Wee. I suspect we'll get less adverts on YouTube, plus we get the option to pause things. But last time I tried this, the sound on YouTube was significantly worse. So I guess we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out as we're going. Is there any faction you won't paint? Nope. I'll do whatever I get sent. As long as it's not like a rehash of Intercessors. If they went, here's new Intercessors and it's barely different, I'll be like, come on now. Come on now, let's not go down that road. We're at 12:30. Where are they? They're late. How dare they? Outrageous. Just in from the pub. What have I missed? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. You're literally just in time. Is it live for anybody else? Is it just me who it's not live for? Let's refresh. Go away. I don't want to see Games Workshop's live chat. Nope. Nope, not live yet. We can probably do that, and you should be able to tell me if you can hear the music. You guys hear the music? Will we see plaid? Yes. Oh no. Weird. More Warhammer beers. Just going to mute that before we get DMCA'd. They're late. They are late. Late as usual. A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins. Nor is he early. There they are. Why didn't that start playing? Is it just me, or is the sound not working?
As you might have gathered watching along at home, we are joined by a live audience today. There are over 1,000 Warhammer fans in the room with us. Attendees of the World Championship,
very quiet.
Attendees of the Grand Narrative. I think you heard them cheer already, but just for everybody watching at home, if you can give us another huge cheer, everybody in the room, please.
Can't hear any of it. Hang on.
And we can see there are already thousands of you watching along at home on the stream. Do let us know where you're tuning in from. We have people here from over 50 countries. We can see there are
No, it's the same across both.
Countries at the World Championships and joining us for the Grand Narrative.
Okay, it's as loud as it can possibly go on my end.
To see the event start to kick off and to see where people have come to participate here from all around the world, watching as the opening ceremony took place, and we saw just hundreds of participants from Mexico, from Brazil, Uruguay. Team France is here in enormous numbers. Canada. So normally this is the part.
Nobody was cheering. Very funny.
We've got more than 50 nations represented.
But it's very quiet, and they've gone. Give us a shout, everybody!
By giving us a big cheer right now. As you can gather, there's a really excited and engaged home crowd as well. It's fantastic.
No, we can't. We can't hear it.
The great people here in the United States welcoming us and hosting us. It's really lovely to be here. Now, what is the World Championships of Warhammer, and what is the Grand Narrative, and why are we here? Well, we've got a little reel to show you what it's about.
Oh, that's very funny. Whew. Oh, right. Anyway, talking about the Grand Narrative. Oh God, they've just turned it up. Oh, they've turned it up again.
There we are. That is. I'm not used to having to pause for applause after every video. We're going to have to get used to that, I think. That is the World Championship.
There is an echo because
Of what's going on here at the World Championships of Warhammer and the Grand Narrative, and I think it's just a really lovely event so far.
There's an echo because you're getting the feedback of the speakers on the mic.
Like the better part of 1,000 people participating in a really good-natured, highly competitive tournament, and then to watch all of these people enjoying the Grand Narrative, where they're
Just do voiceovers. I'll do the voiceovers if you like.
universe through these linked
In the world
one of the other things that Eddie and I have been talking about, and
where two men talk about Warhammer on a table.
of Games Workshop as a company, which is quite a milestone.
We can't hear the
It got us
cheers.
thinking about like what that means for us, right? I've been in the Games Workshop probably now for 36 years or so.
Is that why Adam is covering his mic? I've no
All
idea.
of my favourite people in my life, all of my best friends, I've met through the Warhammer hobby.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, you're welcome. And
Hey
many
everyone.
of them at events exactly like this. Like
So,
I've been to birthdays,
welcome.
and christenings, and
We're going to talk about new models.
all with these wonderful friends that I've made around.
Sorry if that blew anyone's speakers up.
What it's brought into my life, and that's a real boon to me. I think Games Workshop did something really special.
Oh dear, that's very funny.
Came into the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And there will be
Hungry Bert, thank you very much for the one gifted Warhipster membership.
the Warhammer community website over the next kind of coming weeks as we
That's very kind of you, thank you.
the 50 years of Games Workshop and celebrate this amazing hobby we're all part of.
Awesome.
But you didn't come for that, did you?
You did not come
for
for that.
that.
So, what really remains now is to tell everybody here and everybody at home how the rest of this show is going to work. For the next hour and 15 minutes or so, probably, we've got loads of fantastic Warhammer reveals for you from all sorts of settings. I listed them all
An hour and 15 minutes.
A while ago, but we've got Warhammer Age of Sigmar, we've got the Old World, we've got the Horus Heresy, Necromunda, and Warhammer 40,000. So there's loads of great stuff to enjoy. Should we start with our first reveal?
I think we should have our first reveal. We waited long enough.
Right, well, let's run the show.
Right, hang on. Big Johnny on the spot. There we go. Warhammer Quest. There we go. Wow! Woo! A box full of goodness. Yep, seen him. Seen her. Seen her. So loud. I'm trying my best. Oh, these are fantastic. Is that board a book?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are really excited to preview to you today.
And now the lights aren't working.
The latest iteration of the extremely popular Warhammer Quest series, and it's a fantastic adventure game set in the Mortal Realms. Eddie, what can you tell us about Dark Water?
Yeah, so those of you who are familiar with Warhammer Quest, you might have played through the Warhammer Quest in the past. It is effectively you and a band of friends go on an adventure into the darker, more grim places within the Warhammer.
Speak up.
In this particular one, you are
Should I
going to
speak up?
Jade Abbey, which is deep in the realm of life in an area corrupted by Nurgle. And as you saw there in the video, there is
It's literally as loud as it will possibly go. Nurgle looks sick. That it does. It definitely looks sick and sick in all forms.
Some of these ones we have already had a chance to look at on the Warhammer.
So we've already had a look at these models. We can now have a good close-up look at them. I'm sure they've got a PowerPoint presentation prepared. Oh no, we've got the whole board again.
This is the full box set spread. There, and you can see you've got.
There you go. That's the whole lot.
Yeah, absolutely. It's everything you need to.
There's a lot of content in that box.
The Jade Abbey. We'll talk in more detail about some of the things that, if you are familiar with previous iterations of Warhammer Quest, might be raised.
That scenario, that board is definitely a book, right? That's a book of maps, one would assume.
I mean, I can describe them here on the map for you.
Actually, I genuinely can't hear a word of what they're saying. I'm going to have to vamp, aren't I?
I'll tell you about the map while we wait for the. Oh, there we go. Thanks.
There we go.
From having the ad-lib. Good lord. So,
Ed Mark Valorant, the Manticore Knight. So he's already been previewed. We've seen him before.
Essentially, a warrior so arrogant.
I never understand why they do this. Here's the new box. We're going to show you everything we've already shown you. And then we'll show you a couple of things that we haven't shown you. And then the whole thing will be up on Warhammer Community article anyway. He's gorgeous. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
And just like wail on the enemy with a big war axe. This is the guy for you.
Yeah, very cool, Mitch.
It's good stuff.
This one before already, so
absolutely.
For those of you who haven't played Warhammer Quest before, for those of you who've been away from, well, at least this version of Warhammer Quest, it's probably the most D&D-esque thing that they will make, aside from Warhammer role-playing games.
Survivors of the Jade Abbey's
I love this model. I love this model. I love that there's a gap between the tip of the sword and the drip. I love that there's a gap there. It's nice. It's just one of those little things, because normally that's something that you would see like attached, but it's nice to see that it's loose, which is cool. I mean, you're never going to transport that in a traditional case. nor Brentilis. She's never going in a traditional case either. Sword straight up.
She's lived her life as a warrior mercenary, and now feels a higher call, so she's scavenged the armor of her ancestor, her forebear, and she's joining this quest to try and make something of it.
How much do you love it? I love this box. I really love this box. I'm very excited to paint this box. I loved painting Cursed City. We will do it again. We will do what we did for Cursed City. We will do every single thing in the box. We will do an individual model, individual video for everything in the box. It won't all just be rolled into one. We won't do it like how to do it quick. We'll do a traditional contrast plus painting tutorial for literally everything that is in this box, just like we did with Cursed City. Set traditional targets for things like Cursed City in the past, and so we shall follow through once again. Even if they don't send me this, I will be picking it up because I'm desperate for a new Warhammer Quest game that I can have to call my own. Because all the other ones that I've done as commission. Oh, look at that! My goodness me.
Follower of the god of the hunt.
Okay, that's 4 references to the Kanothi now. Surely the Kanothi are coming to Sylvaneth, or as their own faction. Surely. Surely. But no Blackstone Fortress. I've painted Blackstone Fortress 3 times. I did 3 of those. It's 3 commissions.
A really unusual.
Oh.
I know, right?
Drashavon, the rampaging beast. Okay, that guy's my spirit animal.
This is Drashavon. This is Drashavon.
I mean, look at us. We're very similar.
Chieftain of a tribe of savage warriors who live in the realm of
Definitely he and I are aligned.
Thing on his side, you can see the ebon claw.
That's a Wraithbone Prime job if ever I've seen one.
And he's here for blood.
Not on video though. I did do the Chaos Lord on a video. And no, I did that. I definitely did that.
Their lands are now corrupted and polluted by the sort of.
Is that your brother? Yeah. No, neither of my brothers can grow a beard. It's very funny.
There is, you can see him from various different angles. He was once a man, is slowly morphing into a creature of Gyron, a kind of half beast, half man.
He was once a man. He's slowly turning into an owlbear.
Next up,
it's very D&D coded.
This might be my favourite from the box. This is Jacobus Vine, the Jade
Jacobus
Wizard.
Vine,
we had
the Jade
Wizards in Warhammer.
I like that. I like that model. That is a very classically coded fantasy miniature.
A mage from the realm of life and the realm of Gyron.
That's very cool.
He's accompanied by
it's a very interesting colour palette. That's going to be fun to try and achieve.
He has a little owl creature on his shoulder and a box.
I mean, it looks like it's like a base coat of Cyberite green.
Yeah, essentially his wooden dog called Whisper.
Actually not that hard to achieve, I guess.
Got
Interesting.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Love that wizard, classic look. Yeah, agreed.
The vines are keeping him
I think if I was walking around in
agreed.
I wouldn't want to touch the ground with my feet either.
It's very pretty.
So those are the heroes. That's your choices. And when you play this game,
come on, show us the baddies.
The idea is that you get together with a bunch of your friends and fight through against the various horrible
baddies,
baddies,
baddies.
Starting with the smallest and least scary of the monsters.
Almost
Maya
cute.
Kelpies.
These are the Maya Kelpies. These are
they're kind of adorable.
That sort of slump around in the disgusting
I mean, these 2 floating skulls down here, like the human skulls, are not that adorable. The other ones are kind of adorable. Tee sold. Nah, I know, right?
You have to be careful about them at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of made of the horrible infested fen water of the Jade Abbey.
I really like them. They are cute. They're very good.
Smallest monster. Next up,
is all the audio very echoey for everyone else? Yes, yes it is.
The treasure token. So even the treasures in this quest are kind of possessed and infested, and you have to pull them from the
we'll do it again.
Slimy claws of a demon of Nurgle.
The one with the big
Cannot wait to do that video. Contrast Plus, how to paint treasure tokens. We literally did that in the Curse City. It's the skeleton pointing like this. We did that video. This is honestly, we're gonna 100% do this. Because it's fun.
On the monster list, though, we have the Pox Riches. These are effectively mortals that have been infested.
Oh, I like those.
By Nurgle. They are your sort of zombie
more mortals for Maggotkin.
Your heroes. Individually, again, not all that scary, although certainly scarier than Maya Kelpies. But together, they can drag your heroes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's loads of interesting cues as well.
So is that 14? 14 in the box? Makes sense. Count the 7. 7 is the sacred number. Oh, look, an objective marker for 40k. No. You 40k, keep your hands off of this Warhammer quest.
You saw on the Jade Wizard stuff.
I like these. I like these a lot. I think they make a really nice addition to a range, but
symbol of Gyron is slowly morphing into the symbol of
I mean,
Nurgle
are they a bit detailed for like
there
your
we go,
more
that's
sort of
the,
generic
the
baddies in the
riches.
box?
One
Maybe,
step
but
up from
we'll have
those
to see.
are the Maggotkin of Nurgle Pestigors. Pestigors, obviously part of Warhammer for a long time. Oh, we can hear some big fans
Lovely.
of Pestigors in the crowd there.
The Pestigor massive have turned out.
Pestigor is
They're
Pestigor,
nice.
as they say. So
They look
there's a
kind
whole
of
bunch
like-
these guys, they are sort of rotten
The one
goats
doing
with
this
various different
looks
farming
like a
implements and
familiar
shields
sculpt.
and all sorts of things. As you would imagine, these are beast men.
Looks like
so
a
they're
familiar
fairly
sculpt.
durable. They hit
I don't know
fairly
why,
hard,
it just
certainly
looks
a step
familiar.
up from the pox wretches. And if you get into a fight with too many of these, they will drag your heroes down.
Yeah, they're gonna be. Yeah, okay.
But there are bigger and more dangerous things to be found.
Bigger
inside the Jade
boys.
Abbey than these.
Surely there's a boss.
These are the Cankerlord. This is what it looks like. We've seen what it looks like when demons possess weapons or demons possess creatures. This is what it looks like when demons literally possess the ground. These are hideous conglomerations of the ground of the Jade Abbey combined with demonic essence, and you can see they've got stones and rocks in their shoulders. They've got 3 heads that look like
My
bearers.
goodness me.
These are foul creatures and extremely dangerous.
I mean,
Yeah,
again,
you see,
like
bits of ancient,
definitely
uh,
demonic,
symbols
definitely
on the
AOS
back.
coded,
You can
definitely
imagine that Nurgle
Warhammer
infested,
coded,
the land
but
around them.
looking
You've got
very much
hinge-like
like
structures,
D&D baddies,
coming
you know?
out of the ground. They would have previously been in
Like they're
sort of
not
sacred
dynamically
beds,
charging
they're,
around this, that, and the other.
been
They're
well and truly infested by Nurgle.
standing,
You can
standing
see their heads are
guard.
quite reminiscent of a plague
Like-
bearer, but these guys stand almost like 50%
yeah,
taller
like the
than
demon in the
normal
dark
plague bearer. They've got,
that you
a
stumble
triple
across. It's
head,
like, oh,
3 eyes,
oh
the
god,
symbol of Nurgle.
a Nurgle
They are
sentinel, as
a
it were.
formidable foe for your heroes to face.
Those are beautiful.
Absolutely. Next, I
We
think
talked about
we get
demons
the biggest
earlier.
reaction. Here is my hunt
Super
chart.
fun
We've
to paint.
seen These are the Blight Templars.
Nice.
Yeah, so this
Blight
is
Templars.
an elite unit of the Maggotkin. They are effectively the former Templar.
Gorgeous,
defenders
lovely
of the
textures,
Jade
lots
Abbey,
of rust.
fallen to,
I
the
love this
blades
sort of
Nurgle,
metallic
so
green that
very
we've
well
got going
armoured,
on here.
Very durable. You know,
That's very pretty.
Knights of
That's going to be a
Nurgle,
fun challenge.
and these are some of the toughest troops your guys are going to face as you
Nice.
venture into the Jade Abbey.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And who leads the Blight Templars?
They've got so
This
much
is my
detail.
favourite model in the set.
Now
If
this
you
guy
hear
didn't
that at
skip
home,
on
that was
day.
the crowd going wild for these guys. This is Molgoth the Cleaver, and he is
Molgoth the
an
Cleaver.
officer amongst the Blight Templars.
Mm.
There's a lot to talk about
Good
here,
soup.
but essentially think of
Good
him as
soup.
a superior
That arm.
henchman
Mm.
level character, which your heroes are going to really struggle to fight. Everything about this model
I need to get this
screams
box. Yeah, yeah.
I think this is
This is what I mean.
phenomenal model. I'd be
Warhammer
very
Quest
surprised if we didn't
has
see something
consistently
this
Blackstone
wonderful.
Fortress,
I
Cursed
think
City,
anything Nurgle
and this
immediately
one.
lends itself to a lovely paint scheme. If
They've
you've
they've
got
just
time.
been top notch in terms of the models
Some
that
of
have
the
come
things
out
on
of
there,
these.
that enormous arm with the symbol of
If you
Gyron
want me
is
to make
huge.
the, I will actually say this. I know I keep going on about how we will make a bunch of videos about this. If you don't want to see that, do let me know. But if you do want to see that, let me know in the chat, and we'll do it. We will do it. I mean, like, I'm going to be buying it regardless of whether or not they send it to me, because these are just bloody gorgeous. It's going to be so much fun doing weathered
Fantastic. Where do we go?
greenish
Here?
metallics.
This is Foulhoof,
Ooh, hello.
the Shaman. He's the nominal leader of the Pestigor, which
See, that's
infests the
very
Jade
pretty
Abbey.
as well. He's missing an
fantastic
eye.
model, and I can imagine you'll have
He's
to take
rotting
him
from the brain
beyond
outwards.
Darkwater, should you so desire.
Yeah, he looks like a fairly unpleasant character. He's going to be
I'm so
leading
happy.
those Pestigor. Also gives a little bit of magical trouble for your heroes to have to deal with. He's
This
one of
is
the
so
sort of,
cool.
End of level
That
bosses, I guess,
viscera.
almost within Warhammer Quest that you've got to overcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
But
so
there's more.
funny.
This is perhaps the most disturbing model in the set.
Ugh.
It's just super gross.
It gets worse the longer you
Look at the
This is
Sistwitch.
Belga the Sistwitch. So within the Jade Abbey, back when it was a place of life and fecundity,
I mean, I love the
there were
name.
sisters that maintained the sacred waters there, and she was a jealous and grasping lady.
How much trouble do you think I would get in if I referred to Alice as a Sistwitch? She's asleep right now, so I can say that and not get beaten over the head.
She has an enormous maggoty body that
Oh, that's beautiful.
underneath her.
The fun thing about watching this and seeing these things, I'm already seeing it. Like, we did so many cool things with Grandfather's Gardeners. I've just seen the soup in that cauldron. I'm like, yep, there we go. Got that recipe already on lock. We'll go back and see that.
That's not quite finished yet. Last up,
There's
we have
more?
the the leader of the forces of
Gelgus
Nurgle,
Pust.
the Gelgus Pust, who is a demon prince of Nurgle, squatting at the center of the Jade Abbey, leading those forces. A former Templar of the Abbey himself, risen to demonhood, infesting the Jade Abbey.
Oh
in the
my.
name of Nurgle. Absolutely horrible, but still
Oh
phenomenal miniature.
Yeah, I mean, everything about this guy just screams, like, superior. Like,
What is going on with them?
He's enormous, he's powerful, and he's going to be great.
He's a demon
This game, and
prince.
also,
Well,
I think
that's
if you're a
great.
collector of the Magic Kingdom
Means
Nurgle,
I don't have to do a
generally,
Nurgle
you're gonna be very
demon
excited to have
prince.
it in the collection too. Right.
Seems like it's
So
late
we've
time
talked
to
at
start
some
this.
length
Is this in
about
the
the
UK?
different,
It's not,
miniatures
Connor.
that you
It's
find inside the set.
it's taking place in
It's all
Atlanta.
really just an incredible selection of models for you to play your games with. But there's more to the set than just that. So let's
Look at the
some of
faces
other
and the
things that, come
sword.
inside it and help you play your games.
Oh, that's beautiful. Again, more metallic, dirty green.
There's the
Lovely.
box. I mean, that's useful to put it all back in at the end of the night.
That
so
sword.
this bullet here is your map for when you're playing Warhammer Quest Dark Water.
Map book. Called it.
It's,
You
an
guys called it as
incredible
well.
map. The next image will show you what it looks like when you open it up. Every scenario inside the game is a
I'm becoming worried for MESBG content if this drops in November or December. You don't need to worry, my friend. It's coming.
Is you can be playing inside of 5 minutes, right? You get your friends round. You decide
I'm going to
what
finish up some
scenario you're playing,
MESBG
you play
content
the
this
map,
weekend,
you are
actually.
playing immediately.
I think that it's very.
That's my
and
plan,
it's
at
very
least.
quick. Each level represents like a different delving into the Jade Abbey itself. I think
That's a
to
really
really
neat
get
way
a
of
sense
doing it. I
how
think that's
well
very,
it's
very,
probably
very,
best
very,
to
very
yourself.
good.
And we do have a copy of the box, so I'm going to run off for 1
It's
second and
better
grab
than
that.
an endless series of cardboard
I
maps.
will narrate for a
Swap-
moment while Eddie goes and gets the box. We managed to
Cursed
steal
City
one
and
bring it across, from over the ocean.
Blackstone Fortress did. It's just an endless parade of cardboard that you have to lay out and
while Eddie
generate
opens
as
that
you go.
up, he might be able to show you some
Book
the
of
frames
maps,
that come in,
really
as
good.
well as the sort of the materials.
If the maps
for
get
gaming.
flat enough.
So
Hopefully they demonstrate this now.
we've got the camera on it now. So this is the frame that all the heroes come on. So you see they're all sort of easy to build models, as in they're relatively simple to put together.
Push fit.
Heroes come on sort of that.
Oh, that's going to make for an
beige colour
interesting
frame. So
sprue
if you don't
review.
want to paint your models before you play your first game, you don't have to. You'll be able to tell who's who, because all the bad guys will be grey and all the good guys will be this sort of bony colour. Yeah, so
That means
Eddie's
that
got
the
frame
Nurgle
which
Demon
got the
Prince is a
sort of
push fit model if
character
that's the case. If
elements
these are all
on it.
push fit, that's
Looks like a
incredible.
Gelgus Pust. He has
Again, I know not
four
everybody's a
really
fan of
good
push
development
fit.
characters.
I am, but I understand if you're not.
Deep inside the box, there's a second box, and that's where all of the sort of the material for
This must be going on order soon. I'd assume.
found. So
I'd
it's got,
assume.
it's full of cards and things. On the right-hand side of the screen now, as you look at it, that's the map book. If we can convince him to open it up, you'll see exactly what it all looks like. So this is
How flat does
he's
it
just set
lay?
up a map for playing the game.
That's pretty
if you've
flat.
ever spent hours hunting around for the right tile, this is going to make your games night with your friends and family.
That's pretty flat.
The crowd is responding really quite warmly to this. Each of these is an entirely different scenario and situation, which means you've
Interesting.
got hours and hours of just fantastic gameplay to enjoy as you delve through the Jade Abbey and attempt to deliver it from the hands of Gelgus.
That's good.
That was cool.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Right.
You know what, Adam? All of this Nurgle stuff has just got me in the mood for some Age of Sigmar Nurgle.
You want to look at some Age of Sigmar
I just
stuff?
wish there was more than just the Nurgle stuff that was in that box.
Why don't we
Well,
see
would
what's
you look at
on
that?
the show?
Oh, here we go.
I'm looking at the screen, waiting for the next image to arrive. Actually, we're going to take a technical break for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back.
A technical break. Maybe they're going to sort the sound out. We'll just mute that just for a moment. You just left all that all over the place. Yeah. Anyone in the front row is like, yoink. Please sort the sound out. Oh, I know. Did they give a price? No, they'll never give a price on this sort of thing. Unfortunately. It's time for Giga Festus. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for this box. And if it's anything like Curse City was a really fun game to play. If if it's as fun as that, then that's fantastic. I can't imagine this is far away, but I think this is either going to be like the last thing of the year. So like, I think it'll be before Christmas because they'll want you to be able to pre-order it and have it in time for Christmas. I suspect this is going to be the last big thing of the year, because I mean we've seen it's a bit late to be previewing stuff and then have stuff dropping in December, like big stuff dropping in December, right? But they've already announced this, right? So I suspect like this isn't far away now. So that would be cool. Want to paint my Nurgle from this box as a commission? Haleth Worth Hammer. No, I don't want to paint this as a commission. I want to have a box to myself. Please. Please don't make me. Please. 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 Those Nurgle models out. Yeah. Was that book as big as the base of the box? Looked like it. The wife has already agreed to buy me this for Christmas. Boom. Banging. Technical difficulties. Clearly they didn't pray enough to the machine spirit. I clearly agreed. Guys, if you haven't already, please do leave a like on the stream. We're on 55 likes. Can we get 14 more likes to get to 69? I mean, I'm not having any technical difficulties. I thought I would. But I'm not having any technical difficulties. So surely that's worth a like. Surely. Not yours. A second set of Nurgle from mine. You know who would be really... You know who I reckon would do it? Millie might do it. Ask her. She'll probably do a better job of it than I do. I'd use these as 40k proxies. Gasp! How dare you? That only happens when we join you. It only happens when Tale of Many Warhipsters happens and somebody shows up not on time and throws the whole thing out of whack. And I can say that because I think he's in the car. I texted him earlier saying, "Are you looking forward to this?" He said, "I'm probably going to be driving when it's on." So I was like, lol. I wasn't planning on staying up for this, but I'm glad you are streaming it as this is definitely more entertaining. Oh, thank you, Mr. Dom. That's very kind of you. Just wanted to say I appreciate your Space Wolves painting videos. They have helped tremendously. Ended up hearing about you from the Great Hall. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much to Liam. If he's watching. I doubt he is. Is he streaming this? He might be. I don't know. Please don't leave. Hey, you guys smashed through 69 likes and got to 84. Dare I ask? We're 17 members away from 50 on the week. Don't be silly. Good point. Good point. This Nurgle Prince is way better than the regular Prince, right? I mean, that is I mean, look, I would forgive people wanting the Prince in here for a Nurgle Demon Prince for 40k. I would absolutely forgive that because that is a spectacular model for a Demon Prince. I would absolutely forgive that. Like, they're absolutely fine. It makes sense. Those Nurgle models are insane. They really are. That's unbelievable. Looks like this Prince isn't as big as the regular one. Tactical Rock. That'll do it. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, right? We'll have to wait and see what happens with it. Speaking of Tales, is that this weekend? No, it'll be next weekend. Was there a Sylvaneth hero I missed? There was. It's another Kurnoth. Another Kurnothi hero. I just saw a bunch of notifications from Twitch because a bunch of people have just gone live. I thought it was them just having to restart the live over and over again. Dahi, thank you very much for becoming a member. That's very kind of you. And PM Humphreys, thank you very much for the £5. That's very kind. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are treating me tonight. I appreciate you. What's your favourite faction to paint? Oh, it's tough to pick one. There's many things like that. I mean, Stormcast are probably my favourite thing to paint. If only they put up the pesky Nurgling pulling wires image, that would have been perfect. Yeah, yeah. The article for this first bit is live. If you want to look at something other than the technical difficulty sign. Ah. Should we just go to? Should we just do that, shall we? Whilst we're boo. Yeah, here we go. So they've put the article up. It should the sound should be on. No, it's not. Okay. Oh no, I don't know. I'm torn. There's Edmark, Bren, Inara, Drolf. But there you go. There's the one that you missed. Haleth, worst son of Hammer. Kelthanor, the Forest Prince. Drasha Vaughn, and Jacobus Vine. Nope, still technical difficulties. Look at him. Gelgus Pust, the Prince of Saws. It's kind of a lame title, don't you think? Belga the Sistwitch, Mulgoth the Cleaver, Shaman Foulhoof, very pretty. Are they back? Nope. The Cankerbon. I am in love with these two models. I think those are spectacular. Those are absolutely spectacular. Yigdra90, thank you very much for becoming a member. That puts us to 35. It's very kind of you. Thank you very much. These are very, very pretty. I mean, look, as a Demons fan, a big Demons fan, the Cankerborn are obviously something that I was always going to be very, 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 very excited for. But yeah, no, they're beautiful. Blight Templars are lovely. The Pox Wretches. I like the Pox Wretches. Pestigors. Oh, there's a lot of Pestigors in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should have been 7. Maya Kelpies. The Lay Flat Book. That's going to be a tough one to say if ever we do a sprue review of this. Gates of Azir. Nope. Event. A rest site. A brief respite. Oh. Would you guys be interested in watching myself and Alice play this box? Would that be something you'd also be interested in? Is this going to be a buyable in store box or FOMO and gone? It'll. So yeah, every box goes to store. If it's going to be a range item, I suspect it will, because Cursed City became a ranged item eventually. So I suspect if it does sell out, it will then come out again, as long as they don't run into the same problems they ran into with Cursed City, whatever they were, because they still won't tell us. We don't know for sure, but I would imagine this will be a range item for a little bit. I don't think it'll be available while stocks last type thing. If you missed the pre-order though, if you're there on Saturday morning at 10 AM when the store opens, there will be boxes on the shelf. Yep, do it. Totally. See, hell yes. An astounding yes. Hell yeah. Can't you play it by yourself? Oh. What have you got against Alice? No, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. If we can do the whole thing, that would be really cool, wouldn't it? You probably can play it by yourself. There's probably a way to. I mean, with Kill Team, they've designed a way for you to play it by yourself, right? But I'll refresh. We're aware of audio problems. Worry not. It is being fixed. Sorry for the problems. It only took them 36 minutes. Is Stormcastle your favourite? Would you consider doing a Dracothian Guard? I've got them, but won't paint them without your guide. Well, you're in luck, because the Vandus Hammerhand video I did is basically how I would paint Dracothian Guard. There's not really any difference there. Cooperative dungeon crawler for 1 to 4 players. There you go. You don't need any friends to play this. Of course, you don't want to just watch a video of me playing it by myself. I feel like that's kind of lame. You know? Surely I should have at least one friend. I've got more than one, but I've got at least 4. Takes video idea and slinks away. Sure. Do it. Do it. I'd watch you play with yourself. It's a different platform. Top comment I've seen about the technical difficulties I've seen. This is what my wife wishes 2 minutes felt like. Okay. I saw an Instagram reel that really made me laugh the other day, which was it's just one of those ones where people make an AI generated song basically out of comments, and it was one of, I think it's somebody like Kim Kardashian saying, "Don't job your love, don't love your job, job your love," and then someone had made a thing made an AI generated song out of, I assume it was AI generated song, out of the comments of everybody just taking classic idioms or sayings or whatever they're called, cliches, and doing that. And my favourite one in it was don't face your fears, fear your face. Britta's has seen it, yes. It made me laugh for a long time, just like that, a guttural laugh. That was very funny. That was very, very, very funny. Warhipster community, Warhipster? Even I'm getting my name wrong. Warhipster community after dark. I mean, it is 1:10 in the morning. This is prime working time for me. They need to hurry up. It's eating into my tutorial production time. You know? Come on. I realise that we're live and we're making content. You guys have been very generous. Especially Haleth, son of Hammer. Haleth, worst son of Hammer, I should say. It was a $200 super chat. So, you know, we are still working now, but, you know, how are we supposed to get tutorials made if you're going to have technical difficulties? Come on now. This is a real amateur streamer move, like me, you know. Be more not Josh. Be less Josh, I think, is what we should be saying in their chat. Or be more dog, whichever you prefer. House274, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. That is very kind of you. I have to get up early in the morning to pre-order Kill Team and get round for Mini of the Month. What is the Mini of the Month this year? Is it a Hellsmith of Hashut? Year? Hashut. Look here, it's been a member for 31 months and says so close to 100k subs. We are so close to 100,000 subs. I think we're going to fall just short. I think we're going to gain another 2,500 before the year ends. So we'll end the year, I think, on 96,500. But we will do it next year for sure. 100k subs. That's honestly, I've I will break down into a little emotional puddle when we get to 100,000. 11th edition teaser would be cool. I suspect you're going to see something along those lines. I'm off to get my Crux Terminatus box in the morning. I'm excited for that. I've built mine and primed it. So I'm looking forward to doing it myself. I'm just waiting for an opportunity. I need about a week to paint. A bunch of stuff. Look here. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted Warhipster memberships. That's very kind of you. We're on 41. Boom. Thank you so much. That's very kind. Thank you. At least until Rez unsubs to take you to 99999. Well, so this is the thing: is I really hope that the crossover to 100k happens whilst we are live. But I also know that if a crossover to 100,000 subs happens whilst we are live, a bunch of people will go unsub whilst we're live, and that will just really, really wreck my heart. I'm just saying. Are you going full Smurf these days, Josh? I'm not intending to go full Smurf these days. The thing I wanted to do is I wanted to just, before the end of the year, is have a couple of armies just done. This year we've done a lot of very individual things, right? Especially towards the tail end of the year. We've had Kanok Var. We've had what's his name? Subadan Khan. We've had for Age of Sigmar, we've had individuals as well, right? We've had, a unit of 5, the Von Grimm Harpoon crew and the Ether Chemist, I think is what it was called, or Ether something or other. The Ether Chemist, I can't remember. This year has felt like there's been a lot of sort of individual models for a lot of individual things. So there hasn't been like a great swath of we've finished off big projects. And like Space Wolves is probably the closest I've come in terms of getting a whole army done. We've obviously had they're playing a thing. I'm not going to unmute this until they're done with this thing. The Space Wolves, obviously we did the Blood Claws, the other ones, the Head Takers. We've still got the Wolfguard Terminators to do. All of that good stuff. So like there's been stuff that we've come close but not really had like done tons of like finished armies. And so like I wanted to do the Crux Terminatus set for something that was just gonna like finish an army. I didn't need to put it into my Blood Angels because I already have all of those things already done. It's literally just duplication of effort there. And also I think the old Blood Angels Assault Terminators look better. Oh.
Everybody, hopefully we are back alive on the stream. We have thank you very much for staying with us through those technical difficulties. We have just seen the incredible new Warhammer Quest Darkwater, and we're going to move swiftly on, as quickly as we can, to the rest of our amazing miniatures coming up soon.
We're staying in the mortal realms of more Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Let's roll the next slide. There we go. So we've seen Darkwater. What would be cool after all those fantastic miniatures would be if we'd had a bit more Maggotkin of Nurgle.
Oh, here we go. Pestigores. Rot Swords. Do my eyes deceive me? Wait, what? More Putrid Blight Kings? Replacements for Putrid Blight Kings? He's fun. Sloven Knights. They're very cool. Festus the Leech Lord. Hey, Festus. That is a remake of a model, isn't it? Did somebody, Abdor, if you're here, did you?
What a fantastic reveal.
Somebody dropped that in the Discord somewhere.
What a fantastic reveal of new Maggotkin of Nurgle for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The crowd really received some of those things in an excited way. Eddie, let's start breaking down what we just saw.
Absolutely. So this is an enormous new expansion for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Maggotkin of Nurgle. There are loads of new kits. This is the largest release of Magakin of Nurgle we've had really since the end times when we saw a huge wave of miniatures come out. Let's start off with the Pestigors. This is even more Pestigors coming out in addition to the ones that are coming out in.
They swapped the microphones with potatoes.
Darkwater. These are a different kit. This is a multi-part plastic kit. You can make them in loads of different ways, and they are just as
All they've done is they've scooped the gain as high as they can, and then just gone, that'll do it.
You can see sort of all the hallmarks you'd expect from Pestigor, the horrible distended flesh and legions
Okay,
and buboes.
either way,
And
these
it's
look
perfect
spectacular.
unit to sacrifice in battle as you're trying to win glory for Nurgle.
Absolutely. If you ever wonder what it looked like if you shave a very ill goat and give it a halberd and then send it into combat.
That's very, very, very cool.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Oh.
But they're not the only new infantry models that we saw in this crunch of reveals. I'm really excited by the next one. We have the Rot Swords. He says.
Yeah, show it.
Elegantly.
There we go.
The Rot Swords, which are a
Rot Swords.
large unit for the Magakin of Nurgle. Think in a Nurgle force. They are
Oh.
incredibly durable, highly skilled warriors who can absolutely take a beating and keep on fighting through it.
Yeah, this is your battle line unit effectively for Magakin of Nurgle. There's a nice multi-part kit there. You've got banners, musicians.
They appear to have
champions in there.
fixed the
This is
quality
thing that's gonna be
and have
the
dropped the
bulk of
volume.
your force, able to kind of take the charge from enemy units. They can obviously dish out the pain because they've got Nurgle weapons that can infest their enemies as well. But this is just a unit that can take a charge like almost no one in Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to just like switch the stream off and wait for the articles to go live, but like we'll keep going because seeing the models is breathtaking. I mean, those are wonderful. Again, that metallic green is beautiful. Oh, I think we're gonna have to really figure out a really nice, really nice greenish metal for
more
it.
than just these. The next unit on the way are the Putrid Blight Kings. We've been familiar with Putrid Blight Kings for a while. This unit has received something of a glow up, a little bit of a change of the aesthetic. They now really are the priests of Nurgle. You see that with these robes and the way.
I mean, I've got 5 of those in the. I have got one of the I've got one of the Christmas boxes last year, just sat in box. So I'm gonna dine well on Putrid Blood Kings on Magakin of Nurgle, that's for sure.
Abundant and corrupted it, and they are just an absolutely horrendous looking unit. They look. We'll have to
figure out a way. If Games Workshop chooses to send all of this stuff to me, that would be fantastic. We'll have to figure out a way to get Rotigus done at the same time.
Very cool unit.
They look so good, don't they?
Which would be fun, wouldn't it?
My favourites. I really like this is a new cavalry unit for the Magakin of Nurgle, the Sloven Knights. A very popular kit we released in the not too distant past was the Harbinger of Decay.
Yes, that's literally what I was thinking. I was like, yep, somber horses. These are less somber horses. Very, very ill horses, but those are beautiful.
They are effectively Nurglate Chaos Knights.
I bet they're just as bad as Stormstrike Paladors.
Very handy little ability to have.
You roll an all-important 3+, and the unit you're engaged with will strike last no matter what. That is a powerful ability. And these hit like an absolute freight train when they come in as well. There's a fantastic looking unit. But it's fair to say the main event of this release has got to be Festus,
look at the
Leech
mount.
Lord. A hero that we're familiar with from the world that was, now fully imbued as a demon.
Festus the Leech Lord.
Riding an enormous.
I hate it whenever he turns up in Total War. It's so annoying.
He's a character that we've known for quite a long time. He plays an important role in the forces of Nurgle during the end times and has been blessed.
He's like mini Rotigus colours, actually.
He's been given an enormous leech, so now the kind of Leech Lord makes sense. You got a couple of alternate.
That leech is going to be fun to paint.
Happy Leech Lord or sad Leech Lord, if you want it.
And if you want to know what to call his mount, it's called Gathoblight.
Gathoblight. Oh, that's cool. He's got some very cool rules in game as well. He's able to both through magic and in combat basically suck the power out of nearby enemy units, power himself up, heal himself. Just a really useful
cool.
leader. Really,
that's going to be an absolute dream for contrast paint, honestly.
This is a really good candidate for a painter as well. Loads of lovely details on the back.
Literally what I was just saying, Eddie. For contrast paint, it's going to be a fantastic model. I mean, look at all the textures and all the different different things going on there.
And where might one learn about all of these exciting new models?
That's a great question.
Their rules? Well, it will come as no surprise. There will be a new Chaos Battle Tome for Maggotkin of Nurgle.
Will we do a Just Paint or Play for this?
Is everything you need.
Do you guys want to see a
understand
Just
all their
Paint
lore
or
and the
Play for
stories
this?
and things that surround them, but also
I'll do it.
use them in your games.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you haven't
more than
seen what
one
those
new
are.
book on it. Oh, sorry, there's something else here. So we've also got some Regiments of Renown alongside the Battle Tome. There are several Regiments of Renown you can use inside the new Battle Tome. One of them is going to be made available as a new box set. This is a pustule. There's also a new Spearhead, which has, amongst other things, loads of Nurglings in.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody here play Spearhead? We've been playing a lot of Spearhead back in
Is that Rotmire
our
Creed?
office. I'm quite enjoying it.
Rotmire Creed.
And this one gives you just a gibbering horde of little Nurglings.
Project Spearhead gains another to do.
Also, there is another book on the way. Eddie, what is Blighted Wilds?
So we'll have another narrative expansion for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, a Path to Glory book, and this effectively allows you to play games in the Blighted Wild, which is within the realm of Skyrim that has been infested by the forces of Nurgle. So you can play.
There's going to be a lot of really cool stuff for Maggotkin and Nurgle all in a row.
Or as the forces trying to drive back or hold back the Plague Father's legions.
When is this going to come out?
Whew, there we go. That was our Warhammer Age of Sigmar segment.
That was it.
How we doing? Right. So.
Oh, we can hear some applause.
A little bit of a change of pace now and show you something that we're very excited about that you're going to see more of in the next year. So 2026 is looking very good.
Here we
you
go.
Like cool Warhammer animations. Let's
Does that mean Maggotkin and Nurgle's dropping before Christmas? Interesting. In the grim darkness of the far future, there isn't any war anymore. They've all decided to have a cuddle. That's just Joe.
This is my only chance to atone.
What have we got?
What were those things?
Aeronautica?
Eldari.
Eldari.
We shall risk everything for this.
It's very dark.
How do we fight ghosts?
Then this war will last forever. Begin.
Oh, it's a Warhammer Plus ammo. Okay.
The next wave of greenskins will soon reach our world.
Cool.
The Emperor will see us through this.
Hey! Devora? Devora? From Baldur's Gate 3? Is Devora wild? Is that it?
We will not abandon these souls. You have my word.
Yes.
Merciful Emperor.
Testing my knowledge there, but we got it. There is only war. Hammer.
That was really cool.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. We saw loads of like snippets from forthcoming animations for Warhammer Plus. Eddie, give us some insight into some of what we saw.
Yeah, so
I
we're
can
not
write
going
these
to go into
trailers.
too much detail today in terms of the names of.
I'm just going to turn it down a bit. They're just
I can tell you some of the things about them. We absolutely
talking about the animations.
from Warhammer Plus very soon. There's some factions we absolutely saw. We've got some Sisters of Battle, Order of the Sacred Rose. There's some Eldari on the way. Aeronautica Imperialis make an appearance. There's some Orcs. There's a couple of Space Marines in the mix there.
We've made a load of stuff for Warhammer 40,000 because we don't care about Age of Sigmar when it comes to advents.
Be'lakor and Turnus up to their mischievous, devious tricks again. Also in that, we got to see some of the incredible behind-the-scenes work people do.
That was the thing I thought was really exciting, was seeing the incredible amount of effort
Maggotkin are up on Warhammer Community.
to make them so good, right? When we saw sort of the orchestra playing the score and then the voice actress performing the lines, really gives you a sense of how much work.
Voice actor.
Yeah, there's a lot of very talented people doing a lot of very good work there, and we kind of make sure
Festus the Leech Lord.
the quality really hard to make sure that Warhammer can be the best it can be.
Fantastic. All of these shows will be
Look at these.
Plus in 2026, right?
Black Talon will be on its way before that. That's going to be released this year.
It's like a Nighthaunt
Are on their way in 2026.
cloth there.
And I'm just going to press you a little bit.
That's
when
cool.
Sort of the camera panned out and you saw the desks with the monitors. Those were Space Marine Terminators.
They did look like Space Marine Terminators.
Is that a clue?
Future Blight Kings.
It could be. Who knows? Who knows?
Future Blight Kings.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm probably too excited. Right. So that was fun. If you want to watch all of those shows and
Rot Swords. We'll have a look at these properly at the end.
So we need to go now to the Age of Darkness and the Horus.
Here we go. Horus Heresy.
Fantastic. So we've got some exciting things coming down the road for the Horus Heresy very soon. Here are our first reveals. We are looking at the Legiones Astartes Siege Assault Battle Group. What is a Siege Assault Battle Group, I hear you say?
Is this going to be the first place to get the breaches?
Explain it.
This is effectively a new box set with loads of new miniatures and a couple of returning ones as well. Let's have a look at some of the models. To start off with, we have the much anticipated Mark III Legion Breacher Squad. This is your Space Marines in iron armor with enormous big shields and all sorts of specialist breaching weapons.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that iron armor is the greatest mark of armor ever invented.
These
and the
breaches are the thing I've been waiting for to dive into Horus Heresy properly.
Just for me.
These are just for you. You've got all the things you would want from a breacher squad in this. You've of course got shields and bolt guns.
Very cool.
You've also got grav guns in there, cutters for getting through there, bits to make your sergeant, everything you would need from a Legion breacher squad.
Yeah, fantastic.
Excellent.
Backing them up in their mission to launch Siege Assault, we have the very welcome new Cataphracti Terminators.
Ah.
Yeah. This is two kits on their way for Cataphracti Terminators. You've got
New
this one we can see
Cataphractis.
right now with Volkite charges and power balls.
I will
There's
just say,
also a kit on the way with combi bolters and power fits. Both of these kits also include
Cataphracti
upgrades.
is wrong. It's Cataphractii. That's how you pronounce that.
Cataphracti are now scaled
Cataphractii!
with the rest of the Horus Heresy range so that they tower over anybody wearing power armor foolish enough to challenge them in a fight.
Fantastic.
That's good.
And I think one of the more popular marks of Terminator armor.
That's a returning version.
Yeah, certainly up there. Also in this box set, you have a Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. He isn't new, but he is awesome. He comes with these guys in the box as well. The miniatures
We've
will
done a
also
video on
be
that.
available
Not on Iron
separately as well.
Warriors.
So if for some reason you didn't want a Leviathan Dreadnought in your life, it should be crazy. If you didn't want it, you can get these Terminators and the Breacher Squad separately as well.
Fantastic.
Cool.
So all of these things are united by their like of sieging. It's not the only new kit or box set coming along for the Horus Heresy. There is more.
Yeah, it's
May
not
we
just about
introduce-
Space Marines.
May
Mechanicum.
we introduce you to the Mechanicum Skitarii Battle Group. The stuff in here is mind-blowing. I remember seeing it for the first time and just being absolutely
That's exciting.
blown away by it. Let's break down what comes in this set. First,
What do we get?
Yep. First are the Skitarii Battle Pilgrim Corpus. These are the predecessors to the Skitarii legions that you might know from Warhammer 40,000. At the
They're
time of the
pretty
Horus
cool.
Heresy, the Mechanicum splits. You end up with two fabricated generals, and the Skitarii at that time split under each of those fabricated generals. The ones that side
They're
with
pretty
the
cool.
War Master under Kelbor Hal go real dark.
Yeah, they like blood. They come from the planet named after the god of war, so it's no surprise really that they do like shedding blood. So certainly the
I like those. I like those a lot. They're better than Stilt,
Loyalist
man.
ones at this point are still savage warrior pilgrims of Mars. They are irradiated fanatics.
Yeah, they're quite a different
cool.
beast, aren't they? And you can see in the weapons and things that they carry how different they are. This is their leader.
See, look,
the
even
Battle
from
Pilgrim Marshal.
AdMech,
Really nice multi-class
as a
weapons
marshal,
there.
that's
You
a
can see
lovely
different
option to
options.
have.
You've got- I'm not
If
even
you
sure
have
what the weapons are called, but you've got a
you mean
stabby one, a
multiple
punchy one, and a
of
zappy
them.
one.
That's a good option to have.
That's pretty much exactly what he's got.
It's
If
gonna
you
be
are
about-
looking for more detail.
It's going to be about
He's got
30,000 components.
He does have a service. There's also another thing. There we go. The Voltrax Stratos Automata,
Just 'cause, you know.
which is available to the Skitarii Battle Pilgrims. It's a grav unit which is pushing the
No new plague
edges
bearers,
of
not at this
what
time,
allows
other than some
technology.
cool
And if you're
demons
familiar
in
with the
Warhammer Quest
40,000
Darkwater.
range, you know what some of these things end up becoming.
Yeah, absolutely. So this can go into battle alongside your Skitarii, or you can include it in wider Mechanicum army. The Skitarii themselves can be fielded almost as a self-contained force. but they can
Battle
also
of
slot in
Pilgrim
quite happily
Marshal.
into the wider Mechanicum army. So this is a great little expansion if you've already pledged yourself to Mars, to one of the various fabricated generals. This is a
Why does that
welcome
machine remind me
expansion.
of bloat
There's gonna be
drones?
some
Maybe
fun
it's a
new things to learn
precursor.
about these guys as well. They've got weapons that I wasn't familiar with the name of at this when I discovered them.
It probably is a precursor, actually, to what a bloat drone is made out of.
Pistols, Volt-Lock arquebuses.
There's a new book.
And it's more of that like weird esoteric Martian technology that perhaps.
I know a
the
couple of
wider
people who've been
Imperial
really
people
excited
don't
about this.
understand.
It's either a little bit heretical,
So I'm
or
pleased for
Mars
them.
just really likes it and doesn't want
I
to
like
share.
them. I think they're cool.
Yeah, absolutely. All of the rules and the lore behind these models will be contained in the Steel Hand of Mars, which is a new journal Tactica, which will be coming out for the Horus Heresy soon.
Yeah.
There we go. And here you can see
That's
some
cool.
fantastic spins. We got the Marshal here. His pistol was a Volt-Lock.
I do wonder when they're finally going to start releasing Dark
and yeah, I
Mechanicum
think
miniatures
if you've, been
for this
enjoying
version of the
collecting some
game.
the,
I wonder if it's going to be a
models for
case
your
of...
Horus Heresy collection. This is a really welcome addition, right?
I wonder if it's a case of get the
Absolutely.
generic
So,
stuff
yeah,
out
Heresy
first,
fans
then a
getting
couple
lot
of
stuff on the
characters and a
way
couple
very
of battle
soon.
automata
Staying
that you
in,
can then...
the Age of Darkness, we have a few
Or maybe we're
more
about to
things.
find out
Perhaps
about
a
it
little
now.
A little bit
smaller.
smaller.
There we go.
Oh,
Any
no,
Legions
Legions
Imperialis fans in the
Imperialis.
room? There we go. So if you like your heresy small or just far away, then can we interest you in the Saturnine Battle Group? Earlier in the year,
Oh,
that was a nice sort of murmur that went across the room. Earlier in the year, we had Saturnine released, which was the new sort of box set for the Horus Heresy. This is the Saturnine models entering the Legions Imperialis game. We've put a model from the big Heresy range alongside it, so you can get a sense of the scale, because these are chunky models.
interesting.
You've got the Saturnine.
No. Is that me? Who's at the stream? No. I don't think it's me. Can you guys still hear me? Ricky Drinks Pains has been a member for 30 months. Thank you very much, sir. Stream. I'll refresh.
Alongside it, so you can get a sense of the scale, because these are chunky models. You've got the Saturnine Terminators. Here you can see the Saturnine
There we go.
Command Squad. These are like
It's plasma cannon. If you're curious about how this stacks up against your Warhammer the Horus Heresy Dreadnought, it's about the same size as this plasma cannon. But the advantage,
Okay.
of course, in Legions Imperialis is that you can field entire formations of these guys, right? So you can have an entire Saturnine army of things, hundreds of Terminators on the battlefield.
Yeah, also inside the Saturnine battle group, you get some other great additions. You get the Mastodon and the Arachnid weapon platform and Vindicators. All the things you need to have a really great sort of...
This
sensible
indicates to me that there's going to be a
want
plastic
unleash
fire
the,
raptor at some point.
technology gifted
Maybe
by
even a
Warhammer
plastic
on the end.
Yeah,
mastodon.
the Arachnid weapon platform is worth calling out some new guns it's got, now that it's in Legions Imperialis scale. Along with the quad autocannons, there is also the option for twin Punisher cannon and...
Oh, sound's gone again.
Yeah, the Aureus
Aureus
heavy
fire,
frag
that's the one.
missile launcher.
Yes, so loads of different choices to put on your weapon platforms to kill whatever your opponent happens to be putting down on the battlefield.
And they look really cool when you get these panning shots.
do,
with all the
yeah.
little tanks. Very nice. So, there's more for Legions Imperialis. There is an absolute deluge. This is the Legionis
Ooh.
Astartes Combined Arms Battle Group. It's all stuff you've seen before. We won't linger on it too long, other than to say this is a great way of getting a whole bunch of Space Marines for your Legions Imperialis games.
150 miniatures in
Like
one box.
units and tanks and vehicles and all of the good stuff.
It's kind of an army in a box, or certainly a small army, or a very easy way to expand. This is
Okay.
also a box on its way for Solar Auxilia, doing a very similar sort of thing. Loads of different units. You've got some super heavy, some infantry, some scout units, some...
I mean, look, this would have been another example of something
Now,
to have done this year
Let's
to
talk
do
about
a
super heavies
huge
for a
amount
moment.
of.
My favourite tank in the Horus Heresy, maybe in the entire
finishing
Warhammer,
off some armies.
universe.
I just haven't had
is
the time.
Space Marine Legions Astartes Fellblade. Here it is. It comes as like a two-faced.
It is massive.
The other thing inside
Makes
the kit
sense
we
that
just
it's
saw
massive in this
is
scale
the
as well.
Glaive super heavy.
I like a Volkite. I like the glaive.
Oh, you're a glaive guy,
I'm a
yeah.
glaive guy.
Fantastic.
There
Again,
are
makes
more
me think-
heavy tanks on their way for the Space Marines as well as the Fellblade and the Glaive. There is a second kit on its way, which makes a Falchion super heavy tank and also a brand new super heavy tank that we've never seen before. The Ascalon
Okay.
super heavy tank with the largest tank portable flamer in the Age of Darkness.
Yeah, that you just
Seems
really
insane,
want to burn
but there we
somebody,
go.
don't you?
Yeah, that is the same size flamer that you get on Titans, just for scale.
So yeah, the legions.
We need a new
Imperialis,
Capitol
is
Imperialis.
eating well right now.
They're eating good. They're eating good.
Are we about to
Great.
see?
So, there's got to be a book
Go on,
providing
Battlefleet
with all the
Gothic.
rules and law about all of these things that we just showed you. You'll
Go
find
on.
that in Journal Strategia of the Ruin of
Go
the
on.
Salamanders.
Battlefleet Gothic.
You
Just
really
say
like
it.
Salamanders, don't look too close to the cover. 'cause
Just
they
say
have
it.
Iron Warriors
Just say it.
soulmates
Battlefleet
driving
Gothic.
over your mate. Sorry.
Someone's going to lose. Sorry, Salamanders.
Right. So we're not quite done in the Age of Darkness. We need to take a tiny detour as we talk about something like new and interesting. If you've been enjoying reading and discovering.
My exasperation broke the stream. We're going to be doing the
Talk about something
scouring.
like new and interesting. If you've been enjoying reading and discovering the Horus Heresy series, we're introducing here for the first time a new volume in it is Horus Rising. What is the Horus Heresy saga? I hear you ask. It is 12 volumes, which have been selected by the Black Library to take you through the Horus Heresy. Otherwise, you're facing like 54 books. And so what this does is it includes sort of the main story arc of the heresy and a lot of those main events. So things like Ispan 3, Ispan 5,
Cool.
the betrayal at Calth, Prospero, loads of these key events that you really need to understand to make your way through the whole of the Horus Heresy. Eddie's holding a copy of the hardback book right now. If you're in the room, come and have a look at the end of the show. It's a beautiful volume.
We can't see it.
Fantastic new artwork. There'll be a paperback edition coming in the future afterwards as well. These are intended for people who maybe a lot of us in this room have probably followed the Horus Heresy for years, right? But if you're new and you want to know where to start, well, this is a fantastic starting point. Horus
There we
Rising
go.
is one of the most popular books in.
We're just
all
going
of
to
the
re-release
libraries.
Horus Rising.
Different.
I'm going to see if we can get some shots of this. One second.
There we go. Exciting. Right. I guess the thing to talk about with Horus Rising is this is kind of the book that like launched the Horus Heresy into the fame and the notoriety that we're familiar with today. There we go. What a lovely book. There we go. The
Cool.
cover art is fantastic. Horus Lupercal looks like a really swell guy.
I
think
would
Okay.
follow him, definitely.
I think
Seems like a great guy.
So, yeah. To be fair, condensing the series into 12 books seems like a decent move for people that don't want to read 50 plus. But I don't know if that's condensing the series into 12 books or it's just picking out 12 books. You see what I mean? And they're just getting a re-release. In which case, it's like, why not do all 50? Warhammer the Old
play
World.
the video.
The enemy are
Cathay. What are we going to get?
Now is the time for every citizen to take up arms. The great mages of the Celestial Court stand with us. Together,
What are we going to
we
see?
defend our homeland. This
It's
great
another
bastion
arcane
has
journal.
stood for 3,000 years. It shall not fall today.
Whoa. Nice. Well, now I have to do. I have to finish the first wave if we're gonna do a second wave. Defend the Great Bastions.
That was pretty cool.
Yes. So, Warhammer the Old World obviously has come back. We've gone back to the world that was. It's been a lot of fun for those of us who have gone there. One of the huge
That's cool.
stories out of Warhammer the Old World, of course.
Gonna have to get caught up there, Josh. Yes, I know.
We've never previously had a chance to visit. We had that army released in the not
Oh.
too distant past, and very exciting.
They're cool.
release, and this is a huge.
I love the foot hero
action
with the sword.
loads of good stuff on the way,
That's so cool.
including Astromanthers
That's
of the
so
Celestial
pretty.
Court.
So until now, if you've been using a Grand Cathay army, you've been a little bit limited for your choices of spellcasters on the battlefield.
Yep.
The wizard options. So the Astromancers provide you with a foot wizard and a mounted wizard, so you can include them in your units or have them deployed
Lovely.
the way you need them most, and provide you with some much-needed magical backup.
I mean, to be fair, the rest of the Cathay stuff that came out was the expeditionary forces. These are the Bastion defenders.
And staffs and hands and things
So it makes sense to have done it in the like this.
Crowman as well.
He does have a little crow man with him.
That's so going in my city's army.
Right. Now, in the narrative of what's taking place in the old world right now,
Oh, I like those a lot as well.
They has deployed to the old world proper to help reinforce against the hordes of chaos, which are massing in the north, and that leaves.
I love this little banner as well.
Of manning the Great Bastion, and so that's what we have here is some of the peasant levy. These are just ordinary citizen soldiers called to arms. Here you can see them with bows. There's not been a lot of missile units in Grand Cafe.
Peasant levy with spears. That's a dual kit then.
Welcome unit. We've also got them with spears if you want.
Yeah. In game terms, this also gives you like a really useful disposable unit that you
That's
can
where
have.
I was going.
So,
Yeah.
Currently, you're having to rely on your Jade Warriors, which are really the elite of your forces. But sometimes you just need a unit to kind of get in the way of something, or to block a charge, or to fall back. Or
It makes sense, doesn't it? To yeah.
Peasants give you that.
They're really nice.
It's a cool word.
Really nice models.
Now, we talked a little about missile units available to the armies. There are 2 new missile units on the way as part of this reinforcement set. The first, the
Iron Hail Gunners.
The forges of Nangao have been.
How much trouble do you guys think I would get in with the wider YouTube community if I was to do some of these things and put them on round bases? Because I thought the same thing about the what are they called? The
2 units inside this reinforcement set. The Iron Hail, short range,
the Chaos Marauders.
Units, and then you've got the Crane Gunners.
And like, I don't want to get yelled at by you guys.
Protect them from incoming fire, and then they've got these extremely powerful arquebus-style weapons.
Heresy. Well, exactly. I don't want that.
The fluting on the barrel, all of the telescopic sights, everything about these just really screams like intricate detail and sculptural work that the Grand Cathay Army is quite known for.
Absolutely, and together, added into the artillery you've already got as part of the Cathayan army, you can make an.
You mean a city of Sigmar with Cathayan heritage? Yeah, basically.
If you wanted to just put missile troops on the battlefield, have archers and firepower and artillery and rockets and all sorts of stuff, you could make probably the most formidable shooting army in the old world, which is pretty.
Yeah, you're
excellent.
Right there, aren't you? All of these things will be available first as part of the Defenders of the Grand Bastion, which is a reinforcement set.
Nice.
If you've not collected a Grand
I like it.
before, you could use this as a starter, but it's really intended as that big block of reinforcements for your existing force. And it's
I've got to get that first battalion finished.
It's going to be out like late winter into spring next year.
Yeah, so a little bit of a
Okay.
wait, but not too long. So if you like the look of those and you've not got any Cathay and stuff yet,
Next year?
some Cathay now, get your army ready, and the reinforcements will be along sooner than you know it.
The Marauders fit with the rest of the army much better than Dark Earth do. That's exactly what I was saying. New Arcane Journal. Yeah, a third one.
The old world to fight against chaos. This book's called The Breaching of the Great Bastion, and it all does not look well back in Grand Cathay. You can see it's all on fire. And so I think we're going to see what the peasant levy is going to have to be dealing with within the story as it unfolds in the old world.
Absolutely, a very exciting expansion for the old world and for Grand Cathay in particular.
So that was good.
That was fun.
Why don't we go forward and have a little bit of a look at Necromunda?
Let's do it.
Okay. Not something I normally do anything with, but there we go.
There's quite a response to Necromunda here in the room. There's been a narrative sort of event taking place within Necromunda for a few years now.
Do you want to say? They said this would be an hour and 15 minutes. We are now at that time. And we are nowhere near done.
There's been a real power struggle on the planet of Necromunda.
Waiting for them to rebrand it to be Old World, Cathay, and other shit.
And this book continues.
Might as well, right?
Story, with the real appearance and arrival of a major player within the power structure of Necromunda. This is Ozostium Aranthus. Now,
it's cool.
The arc is called the Aranthian Succession, and Ozostium Aranthus is
now
a presence that has been on Necromunda since.
It's the closest to a Stormcast I've seen in 40k.
He looks well for it, right? Everything's fine. If you want to see just how he looks under his helmet, on WarhammerCommunity.com, there's a picture of him without his helmet on. He is not a well man. So essentially, he is attempting the
It's a very, very pretty
control of
miniature, that one. I'd like to have a go at that. I'd like to lend my brush to that one.
Other than to say he's got a really dark and unpleasant past.
It's gold and red. That's why. I know exactly how I would paint it.
Or maybe you if you like that sort of thing.
But there's a lot of other kits on the way as well for Necromunda. It's a fairly sizable release.
Oh.
Yeah. We've got a few things to talk about. These are the Palanite Justicars. You've seen Palanite Enforcers before.
Okay.
It's the responsibility of on every planet in the Imperium for the planetary governor to.
These are pretty sweet.
Job with the Adeptus Arbites, they enforce the Lex Imperialis. This is part of that law and order. Palanite Justicars.
I always really liked the Palanite Enforcers, and they were really cool.
Almost like a snatch squad, right?
Very Judge Dredd, I think.
The one with his man catcher. You've got an executioner.
Want to lend your brush to my Deathcore brown straps? I would happily help you paint the brown straps on your Deathcore of Krieg. I do feel like that will slow down the process of painting them, you having to ship them to me. To just do those and then ship them right back.
They're just fantastic.
I love the servo still has a wig.
It does, yeah. He's got that whole sort of like a barrister-looking aesthetic going on.
That's very pretty.
There's some cool things to talk about here. The man catcher is a Fullman pattern man catcher.
It is one of those things, right? I was going through the list of games, and I would ideally like to have ways to be able to play every game that Games Workshop makes. And we have that in terms of Blood Bowl now, because we've got the two teams. We've got plenty of ways to play Underworlds, Age of Sigmar, 40k, Kill Team, Warcry we've got here. But Necromunda is something I don't have anything of.
This is an expansion for your Ironhead squat gangs. They provide you.
I much prefer this aesthetic to the Leagues of Votan.
Who doesn't want like a new squat with a
I just feel like it's much prettier, you know. Can you play Old World? Yeah. I've got enough stuff here that I would be able to play Old World.
Make a gang out of it, but the idea is that really this is an expansion. The existing squats that you've already got, these are kind of the elite. These are what charter masters effectively means that they've.
GSC are usable in 4 systems. Yeah, but then I have to paint more GSC, and I've painted enough of those to last a lifetime.
They've got very good guns. These are going to pack a punch in your games.
Yeah, and like within this, there's specific specialists that do specific things. So one of them is the Exomaster. You see the bigger suit. They've got like this.
Legions Imperialis, I can play that as well. Got enough stuff to play that.
And they've got the gear to do it, but it's also incredibly useful war gear. Or you've got the Drill Masters. And the Drill Master control, I think he's called a Might Autoveyor.
Then you have a Necromunda gang. Oh no, so this is the thing with GSC, is I've painted I painted 30 Neophyte hybrids, I think it was 30, and 45 Acolyte hybrids, and they were all a commission for someone else. And so I'm like, I never want to paint those models ever again.
Necromunda. It's time to go to the grim darkness of the party.
Here we go. This is the headline. It's going to be interesting.
A bunch of new stuff for Warhammer 40,000 for you today. Some incredible new miniatures across a range of different factions. We're going to start off with some new character models for some of our Xenos factions. This
literally just dissed
is
them.
Beric Stormbrow. He is a Chthonic Berserker character. He can lead your units for Chthonic Berserkers. And the lore for this guy is that he is an expert orc hunter. He's lost his hands in combat against orcs. They've been blasted off in some kind of horrific...
Sounds familiar to Buri Agneson, but that's very cool.
But he is so tough. He's just got some new bionic ones. He's not overly troubled by it. He is a particularly tough kin. He has a clone scheme that makes him even more durable than the already durable Leagues of Votan.
It's a nice model. It is a nice model.
He goes right at the front of your army, in the middle of your Chthonic Berserkers, leads that unit into combat. He gives them explosive hits in combat. He does all sorts of horrible things to your opponent's army and makes an absolute mess of whatever
I like
he's
it.
into.
And the orc's got a nosebleed. Right.
You have to punch an orc really hard to make its nosebleed.
I would think so. He's not the only new character model coming. Here we see the Twin Lance, part of the Tau Empire. Eddie, what are the Twin Lance?
So the Twin Lance are a new pair of special characters for the Tau Empire. Those of you who know your Tau Empire lore will know that Farsight was once the exemplar of the Mod car, the killing blow within
They're
the Tau
very
Empire. Well,
nice.
he's sort of fallen out of favor with the Ethereals. They don't really like to put him on the posters and the propaganda anymore. So they were looking for someone new
I
to
like
represent
that.
the Mon car within the Tau Empire. So they found these guys, the Twin Lands. This is a male and a female Tau who were once part of a three warriors who went around together, but one of them was killed by a gene stealer patriarch. These two responded with a perfect exemplar of the killing blow and managed to take out the leader of the gene stealer uprising. And from that
really
point onwards,
nice.
they were lauded as heroes of the Tau Empire, and
They're
now they
very
go
nice.
between the different septs, fighting wherever the Ethereals tell them to. One of the things to note about them that's quite cool is that they don't have the markings of any specific sept within the
size
Tau
is
Empire on them,
interesting.
because they are heroes for all of the people of the Tau, for all of the greater good. They can fight alongside any of the septs you want.
The colour
Any
scheme's
different
lush
armies,
as well.
regardless
I
of how
love
you make
this,
them. They are very,
this
very
sort
good
of
at
gilded
going
effect
in
on
very
the
close
armour,
and killing
on-
the thing
on-
you
on
really
the- on
want
the
to
hip,
kill. One
on
of
the-
them
on the
has
left.
a fusion style weapon, one of them has a flamer style weapon. So whether you want to melt a tank or burn some infantry, they are the Tau for the job.
It's like a rip type, but
have
small.
individual
They're
names,
really
so
pretty.
they're known as the Twin Lance. You have
I like those.
Sunseer, who has the Fusion Eliminator, and then you have Scatterflare,
Also,
who uses an Ion Scatter Cannon.
Deathwing tutorial much?
So you can see them here, the Ion Scatter Cannon.
We're
is
already
the one
prepped and ready to go.
yeah, they've got different specializations. Just fantastic new character
I like the flat
models
colour
for
with the
the
blue.
Tau
Yeah, I like
army.
it.
There's more. This is very exciting for me. I'm a Tyranid collector. I have a nice Tyranid army at home.
All right.
This is a new Synapse leader for your Tyranid army.
That's
with
the model
Tyranid
we all
Prime
thought
with
was going to
Blackwood.
come out.
It sort of does what it says
when
on the tin.
Leviathan
This is the Tyranid
came
Prime
out.
with a lash whip. You know what a Tyranid Prime is? You know what a lash whip is? This is the Tyranid Prime with a lash whip. It's a lovely
like it.
miniature. It's in a really cool dynamic pose. It's the first time we've had a dedicated miniature to represent.
I like it
Tyranid
a lot
Prime
more than a
infantry
lot of
version.
Tyranid models I
This
usually
is
see.
a character that you can put in amongst either Tyranid warriors or one of your infantry units. Makes that unit more efficient and obviously gives
New
you some
warriors
synaptic
next.
benefits as well.
Maybe.
But I think just a really awesome Tyranid model. Actually, just really great to have something new to paint.
Yeah, we should say these three releases that we just described, so Berek, and the Twin Spear, and the Tyranid Prime with Lash Whip, we're expecting to see them released into the new year, so think more like springtime, I think.
Yeah, it's a little way off yet, but we just wanted to show you some cool stuff.
Exactly, it's always nice.
Is that it?
There is a lot more for Warhammer 40,000 for us to show. I believe we've got a little video.
Yeah.
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible.
Ominous.
They await your presence, my lord. He commands us to reconquer the 500 worlds of Ultramar.
Maybe the rumors were right then.
In the 10,000 years between his death and rebirth, how many worlds have been scoured by the archenemy? Devoured by the monsters of the hive mind. Sacrificed on the altar of Exterminatus. He is a demigod out of time. Fighting for a golden age that can never dawn again.
Welcome home. Rise, Demetria Titus, Master of the Watch, Captain of the Second Company,
Titus?
Warden of Ultramar!
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible. But only in death does duty end.
I'm really, really excited for whatever this is.
That was awesome. I'm a huge fan of Captain Titus. I followed him through Space Marine, the original game,
He's
many
a
years
captain
ago.
again.
I've put too many hours to account into Space Marine 2. And here we see his narrative is progressing. Tell us more, Eddie.
So this is an important piece of
Go
Warhammer
on.
40,000 lore, and especially important for Captain Titus. Those of you who played Space Marine 2, the computer game, will know that the last time we saw Titus, he was a lieutenant of the Ultramarines, recently returned from exile in the Death
Lieutenant.
Watch.
Come on,
and he
Eddie.
had sort of come back, the prodigal son return sort of thing. We now know, thanks to this new piece of information, that he has become the captain of the second company once more. His journey is complete. His redemption
Sicarius
is
did move to
complete,
the
and he is
Victory
now
Tunnel.
leading the second company. But that is a job that comes with a lot of responsibility. He is the warden of Ultramar, and he has been tasked by the Primarch Reboot Gulliman with retaking the 500 worlds of Ultramar, which was an enormous thing for Gulliman back in the age of the Horus Heresy, but many of those worlds have been lost. He has been tasked with reclaiming them with the troops he has.
Space Marine 3 is going to be an
Let's
interesting
see what
game.
those troops look like.
Okay. Okay. More Ultramarines. Seems. What are we looking at here? What am I seeing? What? What are we looking at? There you go. It was real all along.
Fantastic. So here we see Captain Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar. This is a new plastic kit that is coming out for the Ultramarines chapter. This is Titus and his command staff as he embarks on this quest to reunify the 500 worlds of Ultramar.
Absolutely. We know that we've had quite a lot of Ultramarine releases recently, but I think for Titus, we can have one more. I think that's okay, right?
Yeah,
he's kind of cool. So this is Captain Titus. He has brought with him his brilliant chainsword, which we know from Space Marine 2.
I've got a lot of hours in with that chainsword.
Yes, a lot of hours. I've killed a lot of Tyranids with that chainsword. He has the mantle of the captain once more, so all the regalia that you'd expect of that position.
I like it.
A very cool
I do like it a lot.
and he is at the center of that new box set. But it's not just him. He's brought with him his entourage.
Possibly my favorite Space Marine in the whole galaxy. Anybody here seen Secret Level? In the chat, have you seen Secret Level? If you haven't, you need to go and watch it.
I've seen Secret
It's an
Level.
incredible animation that we made in partnership with Amazon as part of their Secret Level series. Matoris is the veteran sergeant who recruited Titus as a boy.
Okay.
And here they are reunited in this plastic kit.
One's come
Matoris is
considerably
gonna help
farther than the other.
Titus on his quest to reunify these 500 worlds.
Yeah, he is a sergeant of the Blade Guard. So as you can
So
imagine,
he did
is
survive
a
Secret
very,
Level
very
in the end,
competent
then.
combatant, and you can watch him be a very competent combatant in the Secret Level episode. He's not the only Space Marine to accompany Titus, of course. Ancient Gabriel, this guy had your back all the way through Space Marine 2. He is now
No, he didn't.
given the banner of the second company. He is the Ancient of Titus's command squad.
It's nice to have friends, right?
It's nice to have friends.
Yeah. Speaking of friends, there's a suite
did
of
not
other
have your
important
back.
characters that are going to help Titus in his mission. Here we have Commodore Gaius Silver, a commander within the fleet of Ultramar, responsible
Commodore.
for making sure that the fleet logistics and the naval battles and things that are going to take place go smoothly.
Yeah.
There's more. He's got a staff of human helpers. This is Astropath Daniel.
I mean, I like
Cornelius.
it as a concept, right? As a box of Space Marines
a
and
powerful
humans working
Astropath.
together. That's nice.
In
That's a nice
40k
set.
terms, this is the only way to stay in touch with your friends.
Yeah, Titus is the captain of the second company, the warden of Ultramar. He has almost constant communication from all the various planets within Ultramar and the forces that he's trying to command to keep hold of them and take new ones. So it's
That's
vital
quite
that he keeps
a
an
bit- quite a
Astropath
jump up for
nearby
Titus.
at almost all times. Interesting kind of that we are able to see all the humans that accompany Titus, because Ultramar is a kind of slightly unusual part of the Imperium in that not only do the Ultramarines have to go and kill all the aliens there and make sure that they drive back the forces of the heretics, they've also they also lord over the humans of that region as well. They command the humans.
That's a fun
and
word.
Run Ultramar as a sort of mini empire within an empire.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Plenipotentiary Lucia Vesta. They go ahead. This character goes ahead of Titus, kind of as a messenger, but also as an explorer. So, sort of scouting ahead and working out which of the 500 worlds that are lost are able to be reclaimed and helping him with
Got a
that
really big
mission.
map.
And
That
possibly
map
my
gives
favourite
everyone
of the
sustained
human
hits
helpers.
one.
This is Amelia Minervus, the Legatus, a ranking officer within the Ultramar Auxilia.
Yeah, absolutely. Ultramar Auxilia
Are we
are the
about
human
to see
forces
Ultramar
of
Auxilia?
Ultramar that battle very similar to the Astra Militarum
that
alongside
what we're
the
about to
Ultramarines,
see?
trying to retain those 500 worlds and defend the borders of Ultramar from aggressive alien forces and heretics.
So the idea with this set is that it's essentially Titus and his command staff, and it's a fantastic leadership unit to use in your games, brilliantly characterful models, and also really starts to help tell the narrative of this event that's taking place with the 500 worlds. Speaking of which, Eddie, do you want to get the book?
Get the book.
We've got the book here today, so
There
we
we
can
go.
get it out and show you. This is Warhammer 40,000 500 Worlds Titus. It is when we say book, that's a little bit misleading. Here you can see it's a mighty slip
series
case
of
that
books.
contains 4 volumes to it. What these volumes do is each has a slightly different thing. So you have the first of these books is called Titus. It's the lore. It's 80 pages of the narrative and the background that explains the events that are taking place. You then have Dread Incursions. Dread Incursions are...
I wonder if we're going to see a few more of these books
the way
or
to
slip
play,
cases.
boarding actions and sort of close confines battles as they go from place to place. So we've seen some fantastic terrain come out for Kill Team, which would be really useful for doing some of those sort of boarding action style situations. We've also got the War on Vespertor Front as a campaign. Anybody here enjoying the grand narrative this weekend might find this extremely appealing because this is a complete campaign system. In the background of this shot here now, you can see the map that comes...
500 books.
But
I
there's
don't
an
think they'll do
enormous map that comes with this set. There's loads of stickers that you can sort of track the progress of your campaign with you and your friends as you battle for the 500 worlds. And finally, but by no means least, we have the detachments volume, which is 16 pages of all of the detachments and the rules that you need to use these new things in your games. They will be available online as a download or as part of the app.
Detachments.
Yeah, definitely available online. This is a very cool set of expansions. There's loads of good stuff in there, loads of good gaming material. It's sort of particularly themed towards those of you who enjoy
There is a bloody great new
element of
Necron
Warhammer
there.
40,000, but as you say, Adam, the detachments will be match play compatible. But because we don't want to kind of limit them behind a big set that you have to buy, they will also be available online for those of you who want to just get the detachment. But then you'd be missing out on having an amazing campaign experience within the 500 worlds.
I think that's a new
and what
Necron.
this set really does is it sets up that region of space as a pivotal and important part of the Warhammer 40,000 universe, one of the most active war zones that's currently happening in Warhammer 40,000 right now, which is to say something, because there's a lot of war going on.
And I had a chance to read through the Titus volume, that 80-page lore book. There are some very cool information inside there. The things that are happening with
More
the
status
sort of
quos?
wider story of Warhammer 40,000 are really interesting. It's a compelling read.
But who are they fighting, Adam?
Well, if you've looked at the covers of those books, you might have got a subtle hint as to who the enemy that is principally causing them problems within the 500 worlds. These guys are finding themselves going up against this guy. This is
there he is.
Necrosaur Amantar. And who or what is Necrosaur Amantar?
So
Eddie?
Necrosaur Amantar is effectively a deranged destroyer lord of the Necrons. He is an ancient, powerful creature, and he leads an entire army of destroyers who want none of that kind of conquest or claiming land or anything like that. He just wants to wipe out all life in the galaxy, starting with Ultramar. There are even rumors that he might have been the origin of the Destroyer curse itself amongst the Necrons, so he's a pretty big deal. He has a particularly diabolical plan. Looking at the galaxy, he goes, even though I am a 20-foot killing machine with lasers for arms, I don't think I could kill the whole galaxy, but I know something that could. I'm going to put the Nightbringer back together.
We've already seen him.
Fantastic. So the Nightbringer, you might have seen, we showed it on warhammercommunity.com. This would have been the first time you'd seen it if it hadn't have gone out as a leak. We did mention leaks in our invitation video, but here is the Catan shard of the Nightbringer.
I am looking forward to
the
playing
Necrosaur. His plan is to gather all of the Catan shards.
It's a very
so that he can get the Nightbringer together properly and just kill all life in the galaxy.
It's going to be an interesting challenge, but one that I hope to rise to.
Absolutely. It's not just the new character and the new Catan shard that will be coming out. There will be some new ways of getting Necrons into your army. There is a new battalion, which basically gives you all the destroyers. So if you like the idea of an army of undying, unkillable
I should finish my Scorpec destroyers, shouldn't I?
On destroying all life, this is the battalion for you.
That would have been more fun if it hadn't been spoiled.
Yeah,
Agreed.
If your,
That's why
your
spoilers
jam
are bad.
is just psychotic, undead, robot killing machines, 500 Worlds is going to be your jam.
Yep.
Perfect. Whew. I feel like we've reached the end.
That is the end.
Perfect. Right, so
Is that the end?
here we go. Let's just look at Titus squaring off against the enemy. And then what remains is for us to bring this to a close. Everybody who's been watching us live on the stream, thank you so much for sticking with us for our technical difficulties. We appreciate it wasn't perfect, but it's been really great to show you all these fantastic Warhammer reveals and just get a bit excited about our favourite
more
hobby,
video.
with all of you. Thank you for hanging around with us.
If you want to see any of these reveals, again, you want to watch any of the videos again, you want a closer look at any of those miniatures, the Warhammer Community website, if it's not already updated, will be updated very soon with lovely shots of all of those new reveals so you can spend time, look over them, and decide which of those you're most excited about and which one you want to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you've got burning questions about things Eddie and I didn't explain, there's a good chance that the answers will be there on Warcom, so go and have a look. I should address the 1,000 or so people in the room. Thank you all for sticking around with us as well.
I know.
You have been an incredible audience. It has been a delight to share this reveal with all of you. We're going to bring this thing to a close. Thank you from Eddie and from all of the Warhammer TV team who made this possible. And thank you from myself. It's been a delight. We'll see you again next time. Good night.
That really is it. Okay. There you go. That is the preview all at once. I feel like they showed their hand quite early. With the Maggotkin of Nurgle. I feel like that's the winner. But let's have a look, shall we? You guys tell me what you think. We'll go back to the beginning. So yeah, we've seen these two. Don't really care about the animation. So here we go. Here is the Horus Heresy stuff. So the new Cataphractii Terminators looking beefy. Beefcakes. That's looking cool. And there's a second picture of them. The Breachers are finally on their way, by the looks of things. They were previewed all those months ago alongside Saturnine. With the Siege Assault Battle Group. There it is. 10 Terminators, 10 Breachers, and a Leviathan Dreadnought. So there you go. That was a lot of cool stuff in there for Horus Heresy fans. This one I think is the slightly better Horus Heresy announcement, because really the only thing that's new that we've just been shown is the Cataphractii Terminators. So we've got the Skitarii here. There we go. The Battle Pilgrims. The Pilgrim Marshal, there it is. The Voltarax Stratos Automata. There we go. And a new book as well. That's the other thing that we saw. There's a lot of Saturnine stuff coming for Legions Imperialis, if that's the type of thing you're into. Super heavy tanks, and so on and so forth. Some big box sets with a bunch of stuff in it as well. To be had. The Legions have started to put out all the stops with infantry tanks, 2 Legion command squads, 8 tactical legionary bases, 2 Terminator bases, 2 assault marine bases, 4 support legionary bases, 4 Contemptor dreadnoughts, 4 Leviathan siege dreadnoughts, 4 Deredeo dreadnoughts, 4 Legion rapiers, 4 tarantulas, 4 Kratos, 4 Sikaran tanks, 6 Land Raider Proteus, 6 Xiphon interceptors. It's a lot of stuff. Similar for the Solar Auxilia, 2 Solar Auxilia command bases, 8 auxiliary bases, 4 auxiliaries with Flamers bases, 4 Velatarii bases, 4 Charonite Ogrins bases, 4 Ethon Heavy Sentinels, 12 Auxilia Rapiers, 4 Cyclops, 12 Auxilia Tarantulas, 2 Auxilia Super Heavy Tanks, 6 Dracosans, 8 Leman Russ Tanks and 6 Lightning Fighters, and another book as well. Plenty of stuff. The book I don't care about. Armies of Grand Cathay. Here we are. The Astromancers of the Celestial Court. It's like the gatekeepers, gate masters of the Celestial Supers, not gatekeepers of the Celestial Court cities. They're very nice. The Crane Gun team, which is wicked. That's and the Iron Hail Gunners. Is that the dual kit? Because there's 2, 4, 6, 8 of them there. 3, 4, 5, 6 of them there. Maybe, who knows. The peasant levy with spears and bows. The bows are very cool. I like those bows a lot. And that's all coming in the Defenders of the Great Bastion Army reinforcement set. There's plenty more coming to Old World in the future, but for now you can check out the rest of the Warhammer preview by clicking the button below. We have, for our Necromunda fans, Ozostium Aranthus, the Divine Prince, the Palonite Justicars, there they are, and the Ironhead Squat Charter Masters and Drill Masters, the Aranthian Succession, Spire of Primus, another book, books for days. We have a series of 40k characters with Beric Stormbrow, which is very nice. That's a very cool model. I like it. I do like it. It's a nice model. It's a very interesting weapon. It looks terribly, terribly unbalanced. But there you go. I really like these. I saw that there was a bit of a split opinion in there, but I really like those. I think those are very, very pretty. They're just something different. I'd be interested to see what the size comparison is. If they're about the same size as Farsight, or if they're going to be, bigger or smaller. That'd be interesting to see. And then the Tyranid Prime with Lash Whip. And there you go. These new miniatures are still a little ways off from release, so be sure to check back in with us at Warhammer Community regularly so you don't miss the next time they rear their heads. That's not all that we're revealing from the 41st Millennium today, however, so head back to the preview hub and see what's brewing on the fringes of the war-torn Imperium. So the final thing, of course, that was announced was some Ultramarines, more Ultramarines, and the other thing, Necron. So here we go. Much more in keeping with a Titus miniature that makes sense. Much better than the previous, the Lieutenant version. With the Wardens of Ultramar, a couple of human auxiliaries, Sergeant Matoras, and Gadriel, who definitely did not have your back during the game. There he is. Sergeant Gadriel is now Ancient Gadriel. It's a very pretty set of models. It looks a lot like a Black Library Celebration, that does. But of course we have Necrosaur Amentar as well. And that's beautiful Necron model. Looks like it's going to be an absolute pain in the arse to put together. As you would expect. The Catan Shard of the Nightbringer has also been fully announced properly now. I mean, it was already announced before, but would have been nice to have seen this at this time. I think it would have been more impactful, but there we go. And then 500 Worlds Titus. In addition to the headline book, it's a lot to take in. We can't wait to share more about these exciting books and miniatures with you. That'll have to wait for now, as there's still loads more Warhammer preview stuff to see. So head back. No, there isn't. That was the last Warhammer preview stuff to see. So there we go. That is it. That's it. That's Warhammer. That's the Warhammer preview. That's the WCW. I guess beginning of 2026 preview, or who knows what's going to come. Maybe in November, December. We don't know yet. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not a bad preview. Again, I think Dark Water and the Maggot-kin of Nurgle. That's the big headline. That's very, very, very cool. So, no Riders of Rohan. Unfortunately, no Riders of Rohan at this time. But if Riders of Rohan were previewed today, then it would make wanting to paint other stuff very difficult. It'd be very, very difficult for me. It's like if there had been some Stormcast that had been announced today, I wouldn't be able to think about anything else. But there weren't any Stormcast announced today, so we're all good. But there we go. I'm seeing a bit of a varied varied take. I think it was okay. they have to reveal the Christmas box's release date soon, if it should go at the end of November / beginning of December. I think that should be imminent, I reckon, because they need to get them on pre-order and shipped before Christmas. So usually that happens in like mid-November. If I had to guess, I think it's in the next fortnight will be when that will be announced. We'll have to see. But yeah. It's lots and 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 lots of models. I'm very excited. I really can't wait to get my hands on Warhammer Quest. I can't wait to get my hands on Maggot King of Nurgle. I would really like to have a Maggot King of Nurgle army. I would. And that's a really good opportunity for me to get one. We've got the sort of beginnings of one. You know, we've got a couple of Pusgoyle Blight Lords. We obviously have the Harbinger of Decay. We have some Nurgle demons. We have the Beast of Nurgle video that we did. We have a Great Unclean One video that we did. We have some Plague Bearers. We have Sloppity Bile Piper. We have Spoilpox Scrivener. We've got all of that. But I would really like to have a proper Maggot King of Nurgle army. That would be really nice. But yeah. It's going to be good. It's good. It's good. I'm fairly happy with that as a set of reveals. I think it was alright. It was alright. And look, it is another Ultramarines unit that could have done with coming out at the same time as Marneus and that lot. But at least it wasn't a full army of Ultramarines like some people were envisioning, right? And it's lovely to see Titus get a moment in the sun. For well, another moment in the sun. He is in the Ascendancy, Titus. Because I have played a lot of Space Marine too. So I have a great affinity for him. I can tell you how many hours of Space Marine 2 I've put in. It will shock you and appall you. Space Marine 2, where are you? Oh dear. Oh wow. So I haven't played it in a little while because Battlefield 6 has been out. But for anybody who doubts my, who may doubt my, my credentials, as you can see, if I just pop across here. 432.8 hours. Oh. It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of hours to put into a game. How am I doing on Battlefield? Oh, I'm only on 50 hours on Battlefield. There we go. I think that was alright. That was alright. Anyway. It's late. It's 20 past 2 and I've got more work to do. Unfortunately. I thought this stream was tomorrow. So I did not plan for this. So I've got some painting to go and do. So I am gonna head off now. But thank you very much for hanging out with me and watching this one tonight. We will be back at some point. We'll be back on Monday for sure with a live stream. We have a painting video tomorrow. Can't tell you what it is, although I'm sure you can guess. You've got a 50-50 shot as to which one it's gonna be. Yeah, we will be back very, very soon with more content. Content every week. 4 to 5 pieces of content a week. Can you believe it? So thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you very much for the super chats. Thank you very much for the gifted memberships as well. I really, really, really appreciate that. It's honestly, it makes staying up till 2:20 very easy to do. I mean, obviously you're a wonderful audience as well. And I enjoy watching these previews with you guys than I do on my own. When I'm on my own, I don't watch them. I just wait for the articles because it's not as fun. Doing it by myself, but doing it with you guys is always a good time. So I really, really appreciate you guys for hanging out with me tonight, for choosing Warhipster to be your streamer of choice tonight. Makes me feel all warm inside. I really appreciate you guys. So thank you very, 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 very much. And yeah, like I said, back with a painting video tomorrow. Well, actually, hopefully this week, I'll edit the horses video. I saw it mentioned. We will hopefully get the horses video out sooner rather than later, actually. I'm going to try and edit that this week. I ran out of time this week just gone. The horses video should be inbound very, very soon. But yeah, thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. Here is the hand of farewell. I shall wave it at you, beautiful people, and I will see you all very soon in the next stream, live on Monday at 5:30 p.m. GMT. And yeah, plenty of painting content on the way. So see you later, guys. Love you. Bye.